Hi, chat. Hope
Hello.
everyone is having a good day, good night, good evening. You know, whatever time it is for you.
It's
Hope
tea
you're-
time, Mizu.
It's tea time. Yeah, I hope you guys are ready for your weekly dose of tea.
I need some, even though it's like hot water from India. I need some of it.
Hot water from India.
Hot water from India, yes.
Okay, whatever you say.
Yeah.
But chat, I guess because chat's already mentioned it, we didn't really pull it up because it's not important. Apparently the Redditors are really dumb, and they didn't know that Rev was married, so they were making like allegations that him and Banana Juju were in a relationship.
Wait, so is that actually like a serious? Are people really legitimately taking that serious? I do want to ask, why is that like something that people are taking? Why are people going at Reddit when you could just easily ignore it?
Yeah, Reddit's just weird. It's one of those things where it's like, this is really stupid and like really schizophrenic, so I wouldn't even touch it, other than to like do now, right? So if it was me and somebody was saying that like me and Occo were secretly married or something, I would go on stream, I would show the post, be like, yeah, they think we're married, and then I'd move on because it's like it's funny for about 5 seconds, but
Yeah.
then it's like, okay, well, it's just schizo, so let's just move on. There's only so much you could talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, if it's here for content, make your content, but that just seems like such a silly thing to make content over when it's Reddit of all places.
Yeah, nobody likes Reddit. It's the VTuber drama Reddit, which has like a bizarre obsession with Rev.
Yeah. Like my thing is just like how popular is the post? Because if the post is very popular, sure, but if the post has like 2 likes on it, why are people giving it attention?
Exactly. Thank you, Crazy Koala Man, for being a member for 23 months. He says rawr. Oh. Thank you, Nerdy Tex and Accountant, for being a member for 21 months. He says yay, T. And thank you, Magma Fox, being a member for 19 months. It says hoi hoi, has it already been 19 months? And thank you, Noir, for the 5. It says, I have no idea who this episode is about, but at least we know it's a woman because their advice to men is horrible. So I pulled that one up myself because I thought it was kind of funny. But it's also kind of revealed a problem that I've talked about before. I think this will be like the 3rd time I've talked about this specific VTuber problem. But
not this specific VTuber, but this specific VTuber problem.
Yes. But that is the top of the show. That is the final thing we touch on.
Yeah. So
you guys have to stay if you want to see what the thumbnail's about.
By the way, do you guys like the thumbnail? I've been experimenting with a new thumbnail. Also kind of as a joke, looked at her thumbnail and said, I'm going to loosely do that because I thought it was funny.
Yes. But chat, touching on what we did last week, our new friend of the show, Chudette Waru, Yuki Waru, posted the stuff that they got from Waifu Wares. For those of you who don't know, they had a Waifu Wares shaker cup that was going to go in production and people were going to be able to buy it. That in the background is the shaker cup you were going to be able to buy. And then all of a sudden people didn't like them anymore because of their take that you have to be a real woman to have a period. And they immediately canceled her. But they had already shipped her the prototypes. So she has the prototypes now. And they just don't have merch to sell. They're just going to eat the cost on it, I guess.
I imagine they're going to have to. Now, you want to know what's funny? Is she tagged them in it? I don't know if yeah,
you can see it up here.
Scroll up.
She tagged at Waifu Wears UK, but it's not blue anymore because that means they've seen her tweet and they have specifically gone to it and said, "Untag me."
Yeah. By the way, you're not streaming to me. I'm looking through the stream thing. You're good.
I will.
Thank you. I think it's kind of funny. That's really the only thing you can do in this situation. There's probably 1 or 2 sponsors I can think of that I would do that to, but they haven't done to me what what these people did to her, so I probably wouldn't do that. But it's kind of funny.
Yeah, and what's funny, she still said it in a nice way, technically. Huge thanks to Waifu Wares. Cups looks amazing. Thanks for the extras. Trading card looks amazing. Thanks for the extra packs. Gonna open them on stream.
They DM her and say you're not allowed to do this, and it's just like, why? I'm technically somebody that obtained product from you, so you can fuck right off with that. So, Ava, thank you for the raid. Ava, welcome.
Ava, would you like to join because you were originally invited? Your room specifically is still there waiting for you.
Yes, you can come in. You're welcome in the bedroom.
I don't think a lot of people know this, by the way, because somebody in chat said I think Waifu Wares will go under one day.
I'm right. Pull my hair.
Hi. I am gonna have to reset the studio because I didn't put Ava in it.
Oh no.
While I do that, though, I think a lot of people don't know this about Waifu Wares, but Waifu Wares has been in drama before. This is not the first time they've been in drama over this exact specific issue.
Yeah, in the context of drama before.
Yeah, they've been in this exact specific scenario before,
yes.
But nobody cared last time because I think the person was substantially more controversial. Whereas Yukiwaru's take, everybody was like, what do you mean it's transphobic to say women have periods?
Yeah, I always like to bring up that a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, technically, I also had drama with them because they were one of the first people I reached out to for a deal, and they said sure. But then I guess after I started doing Under the Tea, at some point they just blocked me, which I thought was kind of funny. So
that's weird.
There was a period where I was talking to them about that kind of shit, and then they decided they didn't like me, which is funny. But that happened so long ago that it's insignificant to me.
It's fine that they don't like you, but follow up, come on.
Yeah, they just. Well, actually, I'm not even quite sure how the DMs went. They probably did just say no, thank you, and then blocked me. But I just realized one day that they blocked me. Cottontail, yeah, for some reason Cottontail also blocked me. I have no idea why. That is true.
I just checked just to make sure I'm not blocked by Cottontail yet, but usually if someone's blocked you, it's not long before I'm blocked as well. Same with Mizu.
Funnily enough,
it's
typically,
not your fault.
Typically,
Look, I would rather be blocked by those people if they're literally going to block by association. I don't need to know them.
That's fair.
For me, typically, if somebody has blocked one of you guys, they blocked me a year ago already, because I'm just blocked by everybody.
Are you blocked by Cottontail?
Haven't checked. I'm not gonna check because I have the stream open, obviously.
That's a fair thing. She is somebody that you don't want to check live.
Thank you, Internet Zen, for the 2 supers. One says, Waifu Wares is still coping over Yukiwaru and her new amazing Shudette status. And if I recall correctly, didn't Waifu Wares try and take a shot at Kirsch when the whole cancellation campaign was at its height? I believe they did, but I believe they also took it down. And that they were, vague enough that people knew it was about Kirsch, but couldn't prove it was about Kirsch.
Sounds about right.
Well, okay.
Have you claimed your blocked by Cottontail award? I have claimed my followed by Bow and then blocked by Bow award.
Lamau. I'm gonna be honest. It's not really that cool to be blocked by Cottontail. I don't really care.
I'm blacked. I'm blocked, not blacked. So sorry.
Chat,
I'm blocked by all the retards.
Actually, a lot of them follow me again now.
The people I never interacted with almost ever.
Yeah.
Except for that one time I was invited to that server with Mizu and we asked one question.
Wait, Mizu, are you saying that the Nazi follows you now?
I don't know about that one. A lot of the others do, though.
Oh.
I'm technically on good terms with half of them.
That's funny.
Chat's saying Freudian slip.
A little bit, yes. A little bit.
Saying that right after you make a not safe for work tag is wild.
True.
Oh my god, you're right. And Asahara, okay, don't do it. Don't do it, Asahara.
Also, Ava,
I know what you're thinking.
Come on, Ava. You and I both know it's not you in the call that's blacked, all right?
It's true. You have it in your actual profile description, I think.
I do.
Freudian slip.
Freudian slip. Oh my gosh.
Freudian slip. Oh,
That's
fuck
amazing.
you.
Freudian slip. I love it.
Ah, shit. That was actually pretty funny.
Second thing of the night, though, chat. Naka's gonna have to explain this one to me. Is apparently Mythic Talent has something going on.
So I believe that what this is when Mythic was at kind of like its peak, when they had a lot of VTubers in there and had a lot of attention and goodwill going towards them, they had a comic that was being actively produced. And this comic had Belle the Whale, it had Shy Lily, it had Asmongold, and it had a whole bunch of people in it. And then it stopped, and I think everybody forgot about it. And today they just decided to announce that the people that were producing the comic shut down, which is kind of funny, I guess. It was not something I ever really expected. But yeah, the entire thing is shut down, and now you'll never get the rest of Beyond the Veil. No.
I don't even remember what Beyond the Veil was about.
Neither do I. I just know that it was something that
It was
know it
it
was
was some
a
kind of
thing.
Mythic Talent freaking webcomic, but I cannot remember for the life of me the plot.
yeah, that's pretty much. I think if you asked somebody what the plot of Beyond the Veil was, they would probably say they don't know. So,
Yeah, no, I didn't know this was a thing until literally just right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
I only know it because I studied Mythic, because Mythic was everything having to do with Kirsch and everything having to do with all the other people that everybody disliked and all that kind of shit. So I paid attention. I pay attention to a lot of weird little threads that Mizu doesn't pay attention to.
yeah, some of this stuff I just don't care. Internet Zen says Beyond the Veil started up right before Asmongold left Mythic, so it was doomed from the start. No, that would have been
okay.
true. They would have lost one of probably their bigger earners at the exact same time they started a new project.
Yeah, it's just why would you start a project like that? I mean, maybe they didn't know that Asmongold was going to leave, but by the same token, how could they not know? Because he's the biggest guy in the company, unless it was unplanned, which, a lot of things that happened at Mythic this year have been completely
I
unplanned.
think the warning signs that Asvin was retracting into his roach cocoon. I think the signs were on the writing was on the wall, especially after he ended the steak and eggs podcast, which happened before he left Mythic. They at least had warning if they were paying attention to Asmon. If not, Asmon explicitly saying, "Yeah, I'm planning on leaving."
Yeah. Perhaps it was a skill issue on their part.
So, other random topic for the week, and I pulled up my tweet for this just because I have all the pictures on it. Rima got in trouble this week with the VTuber people.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Because of these. So, this was her first stream title for this fucking video.
Video.
Yo,
it was a
what the
video
fuck?
title.
Is that
Yes,
implying
it was.
what I think it is implying?
No, because that's not actually what happened. So here's the funny thing. She actually defended this guy in the video. Because here, I will give you the TLDR. Because I know that Ava's thinking to herself, what the fuck is going on? This man is not being accused of talking to minors. This man had a person in his stream saying that they were a minor. And and a lot of people were a little sussed out about that, because this man does boyfriend experience streams, and people were a little weirded out by it, but it wasn't that big of a deal, basically. And so, but here's the problem: you wouldn't know that unless you watched the video. But if you're like a lot of people that don't watch
Look,
Rima's
judging straight
videos,
from the thumbnell.
yeah,
Look, just no, just no. Period. I mean, come on.
yeah.
If you're accepting constructive criticism, Rima, I'm not even criticizing you. Just that is not the look for any thumbnail. Dear God.
Also, really quick, thank you to our oil baron, Internet Zen Master, for sending 20 gift memberships.
Legendary.
Based.
Two
Internet.
legendary refresh bowls. You got me and Azahara.
Very base. Thank you, Internet Zen Master. The king of the chats and the top shock master.
Yeah.
Whenever I put the collar on.
And then thank you, Alpha
Oh yeah,
Chad
I've officially
Feynor.
asked for.
for the 5 says, "Good evening, guys. Hope y'all are having a good day." Thank you.
I would say
Hello.
I'm having a good day. What
I've
did you say,
officially
Ava?
demanded a refund for my shot collar.
It never
Oh,
showed
that's
up.
right.
I put another one on. I put another. It never showed up, and they say it showed up, and then I asked for the delivery picture, which I don't know about every delivery company, but I imagine they usually take a picture of the package delivered. Never got ghosted after that, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm demanding a refund. I put a new shot collar that's actually designed for remote activation on my throne. When the refund comes through, I'll just fund it myself.
So
Fair.
you're going to so did you like ask your bank to give you the money back? Is that what's going on?
I'm going to request a refund through the company first, and
Okay.
then if they don't respond, I will do a chargeback.
Fair enough.
Because luckily, this was one of those throne things where it was like, it was a fun thing, but like it wouldn't let me order directly through Throne through
Yeah,
the
you
site,
got
so I
paid
had
out.
to transfer the balance. Yeah, exactly. So it actually went through my card. I can charge it back, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, yeah. The system is very weird for that because it like takes 3 months for you to get it, and it was one of those things where I just ended up getting it one day, and I was just like, oh, I forgot that this even was coming in, even though everybody was really excited about it. So you know,
Anyways, we'll continue with this really quick. So, Occo kind of gave you the tilde here. Is her this was her original thumbnail, which you cannot do this because there's an obvious
No,
implication
absolutely not.
to talking with minors.
yeah.
But then this one was discovered, a second thumbnail, which fans call out Shiki, IRL, real person's name, brother. And people are like, wait, what? Are we like doxing family members
What does
now?
that
What is
mean?
this?
Yeah, what?
I also like
You
to
know
point
what's
out,
actually funny? I think I heard about this in my chat, because someone brought it up in my chat, and all my mods fucking swarmed over, deleting of like, what the fuck? Did our chatters just fucking dox someone through Rima? Did Rima dox someone? What the hell's going on?
So,
But this
it's-
actually was like a big deal.
so
it's my understanding that it's kind of public, but like with all PL stuff, you don't really share it anyway.
yeah, so
You have to be careful because different states have different what's it called, standards for what's quote unquote doxing. California, Georgia, and Florida, I believe, have some of the loosest, which is quite literally publishing personal identifying information, public or not, with the intent to cause fear of harm or threat of the person that you're doxing. So
Yeah.
even if you got it from a public site and stuff like that, and you spread it to your audience, and you're doing that with intent to cause that person to like fear for their life, guess what? You're guilty of doxing.
Yeah.
but
So you have to be careful.
so they had claimed that both of these were active at the same time and that it was an A/B title thing, which is something YouTube lets you do. However, I will point out that while this one was discovered shortly after it was posted, the second title was not discovered until 9 hours after it had already been posted. I do not believe it was an A/B title thing, or people would have found the second title much sooner.
You think so?
You
Yeah.
mean to tell me not just once but twice Rima fucked up the thumbnail? Wait, is this the one where they threw their thumbnail artist under the bus?
No, their thumbnail artists threw
the
themselves
thumbnail
under the
artists
bus.
threw them. Yeah, exactly. Do you have that picture? I think I
Okay.
shared it with you.
But
But
then
their
this is the
thumbnail
one it
artist did
became
decide to.
because they just could not figure out how to do this correctly, so they just did fans upset.
Yeah. And again, I have to stress,
Oh my god.
Rima was defending this guy during the stream. Rima was like basically saying that that this guy did nothing wrong and that people should calm the fuck down. And yet her editor did this basically. So.
And also remember, according to Rima on the Cinder situation, you are responsible for everybody underneath you. You can't just say, oh, my editor did it. That was your responsibility. You should have known he was doing that.
Exactly. Dude, we brought this up yesterday. Rima, you are now responsible for this, all right? If you get sued for defamation, it's your fault, all right?
Thank you.
I mean, I don't think you'll get quite sued
No,
for
she won't get
defamation,
sued.
but
But people are going to be very pissed off at her pretty much forever because of this. Because again, it's one of those
I
things
did
where
notice some chatters like, "Oh my God, Rima's from Canada, so that doesn't apply." I could be wrong, but I think Canada has also very strong doxing laws
I don't get into
and
legal
digital
stuff with the
protection
chat.
laws.
It's too
I might be
complicated.
wrong, but
we don't want to complicate it. But what I will say is it's just kind of ironic that this is happening. Now, as of current, I've been told that she has not said anything or responded to this. So it might be a little while before
Oh,
she
it's okay.
actually
She's
says
on vacation
something.
again. Or she's sick.
Is she on vacation?
of course,
Wait, is
oh
she
my
on
God, she's
vacation
pulling
again?
a Catliente.
She
No.
is pulling a
Is she actually
Catliente.
pulling a Catliente?
No, I'm joking.
Sorry, as you know, guys, my I hate that
But every
so
time
much.
something happens, when Rima comes back, she says, "Sorry, I was actually on vacation, so I didn't see it."
She is pulling a Catliente.
She says that on her
Jesus.
video with me. On her video about me, halfway through it, she randomly goes, "You know, I actually didn't see any of this all week because I had a death in the family." It's like, I'm sure you fucking did. Very
Yeah.
I'm very
convenient
sorry
timing that
you had death
happened.
in the family.
I mean, there's a possibility. I'm not going to say yay or nay on that. But with how often I've seen Rima lie, it's a possibility, you know?
Well, because it's the same every time for something. Somebody's sick, somebody's hurt, I'm on vacation. Every time there's controversy. You cannot tell me
Right.
every time
Yeah.
there's controversy, you're gone. It's
I mean, every time she does
statistically
take
improbable.
every time she does take a legitimate vacation, something bad happens. So maybe it's a good excuse for her. Who knows?
And then thank you, Pyroferno,
You
for
know
the
what?
super.
That's probably why it was used.
It says Gavis is one of the
Because
Hollow
it's
Stars,
what
the
it's used
Ringmaster
for.
looking one. I don't know anything
Huh?
about Hollow Stars. I've never liked their male branch.
All I will say though is it's quite kind of wild for you to include the personal information of one of the top 3 Hollow Stars in it. That's pretty wild. You would think that Rima would know better, considering that she was one of the people that fucked up some of the stuff that happened with Nafi Shoujo, Niji Sanji. She was one of the people, along with Parrot, that leaked some of the information in that circle. And so it's just like, you would think she would know better to let her editor go off the handle like that. I guess fucking not, you know? Guess
And
not.
Chat, this is the message from the alleged editor. Says, yeah, I really messed up on the AB titles for this highlight. Thought the brother thing was public info, and the talking to minors thing was me trying to be clickbaity. My bad for it. Def will be more careful going forward how I frame these types of topics. Yeah, you probably shouldn't be like, yeah, you know, I use the pedophile thing is like just a bit of clickbait. No!
You know, that's what commentary channels do
Meanwhile,
in order to
YouTube's
get more
announcing a
views.
change in views is going to make clickbait way fucking worse.
Yeah, Rima was trying to
Let's
cash in
so
on this
cook
really
this up.
early. All right, for this now
Yeah,
she was
yeah,
like
they
5 or
got-
6 days
They
early.
got early information. YouTube actually emailed them about the change and like, oh, hell yeah, huh? I'm kidding.
We're gonna do it early.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Also,
Oh,
maybe
man.
this is just me. If I had, because the allegation is that she has an editor, right, that actually has control over the channel and will post the video and the thumbnail and the title for her. Well, if I have, even
Yeah,
if I
so
did have
that's what's
something like
crazy.
that, I would, as soon as my videos went live, because I'm not doing the title or the thumbnail or anything, as soon as they go live, I would be opening my channel, be like, okay, so what did they put?
Well, I actually asked my editor, who's in the chat right now. I asked him, I was like, hey, I trust you, but I do want to review stuff before we upload it, you know, just in case. Now, I'm pretty sure 100% of the time I'm going to approve whatever he puts up, but like, you know, moving forward, I just want to make sure I know what's going up beforehand. Granted, I tell him basically what to do beforehand, so I probably won't have to worry about that. But I would worry about Rima's editor. You know, clickbaiting pedophilia like that is quite crazy. You know, not gonna lie.
Yeah. And this comes off the heels of last week. Somebody was watching her Sora documentary and found out that one part of it was completely plagiarized from somebody else's thing, and she just read his work off word for word without crediting him or anything.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that too.
So it's just 2 weeks back to back of, wow, you fucked up. Which the joke I made was, even though I didn't really care about the plagiarism thing, it's kind of funny that you don't write your scripts, you don't write your titles, and you don't make your thumbnails. So I'm kind of curious what you actually do at this point.
No, yeah. I mean, like, I made the joke that she is like another Illuminati because that's kind of what happened with Illuminati, where she just came in, read the script, and then went home. And then when everybody said, "Wait, didn't you plagiarize this?" She's like, "No, I didn't do that. This is other shit." Actually, it wasn't. You know, so many YouTubers get caught up doing that. She did that. Fucking what's his name? There's another YouTuber that got caught recently doing that as well. It seems to happen a lot. When you reach a certain size, you have everybody else doing everything for you, and you just come in and do the voicing. You tend to have a lot of issues with other stuff.
Yeah.
She learned from the best cat Leonte.
I can't ever have in my head, like, I have a thumbnail artist. I don't have an editor or anything, but I have, like, some people doing some things for me, and I'm always the last person for approval, upload, and all of that. I think it's absolutely insane to let anyone else have access to your channel. Maybe I'm overly paranoid. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Somebody brought up Cat Leonte. I have no idea what happened, but I noticed that she has completely changed up her content. Maybe she got rocked so hard by the Doki Bird stuff that she is no longer doing shit. But I noticed that Cat Leonte is... You think so?
She's moved on to what I would call art react slump videos, where she accuses most artists she covers of using AI or tracing AI or whatever the fuck. But you'll see that she has not done... I think she did 2 or 3 more videos loosely related to VTubers after the Doki Bird video, and that's it.
AI,
you guys know
commission.
I fucking did that whole video on Buffa because Cat Leonte covered it, and I was looking at her upload pattern, and it stops completely on VTubing shortly after Doki Bird.
AI. Even this one is art customer. These art customer comments are annoying. It's still art related. AI.
Yep.
More AI. Is this tattoo artist scamming with AI?
Holy shit, woman.
AI.
She has totally found her
AI. Does it really work all the time, though? Like, 80K is pretty solid, right? But fucking 12K, 20K, 11K. Like, these are close to my numbers.
Kinda, yeah.
This is a 300K channel. Like, on her lower videos in this, like, she's maybe doing double my numbers, which is not good when you're, what is that, 200 times my size?
Something like that.
But yeah, it's all AI.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
How far back does it? That's AI. That's about AI. That's about AI.
It's everything. Everything is AI.
Yep, I told you guys. You'll go back. God, how long ago was the Doki Bird situation? Coming up on 9-10 months, I think.
They're going.
But if you go,
so right here is where we first get to 2 months back. Look at how many. Look off to the side here. How many I've gone through? That's 2 months.
Yeah.
She's like daily uploading AI controversy shit.
I didn't know that AI controversy happened every single day like that. Jeez.
I think she's just literally finding an artist on Twitter who made AI art and then bitching about it for an hour.
She talks about the One Ring controversy. That's funny.
Because, like...
The artist said
that is a very valid controversy.
Look at this. It's, so they're talking about this art piece.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're just talking about the same art piece the whole way through. And then the comments on it.
Yep.
She is literally uploading daily content on one artist made an AI piece.
That is I mean...
look, I will tell you this. She's very talented on just taking a single point and just fucking bitching about it for like 10 minutes.
I mean, so am I, but like, I feel like I can do it decently well.
Yeah, but you don't create your long-form content out of that. That's like for your stream enjoyers to watch you go on some autistic rant, which is fine, because it's on stream, but like, imagine doing that with your video uploads.
I mean...
And doesn't it get boring?
I do segment uploads, and some of my audience members really like them.
Okay.
Does it not get boring, though? Like, just AI
What?
every single day? Because there's
Oh.
only so much you could say about it. Hey, this guy used AI. You can tell because the hands are fucked up. Hey, this guy used AI. You can tell because the hands are fucked up. Like, that's it. Like, there's nothing you can say. There's nothing super interesting about it. Why is this something you would cover? Jesus Christ. It's still AI.
Mizu. Maybe there's an untapped. Well, actually, I wouldn't say untapped market because she is getting comparatively low views, so probably not. But like, holy oh my god, Mizu, are you? We're almost a year into this, and she's still. How can you talk about this for an entire year?
Jesus. You still saying Gen AI, still saying traced art.
Holy shit.
Traced AI, traced Gen AI. Did she really bitch about
Yeah,
the AI waifu? What was her name that Grok made?
Jenny, I think. Not Jenny.
Yeah, the AI
That's your
companion.
AI.
Grok's new AI
Yeah.
waifu's profile is creepy. Shut up.
Okay, now we're getting into
Eva, you just
think
described the quartering.
VTubers.
Nope, traced commission.
That is literally
Copy Gen AI.
not yet. It's still we're a
Traced
year ago
AI
now.
video.
I just
stand
realized
corrected.
Doki Bird was more than a year ago.
Holy shit.
Artist fake identity to scam for free art. Artist tracing.
We gotta be getting
copied. AI.
Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close to when
Traced,
she's like her
traced.
last couple VTuber videos are gonna be here.
Okay, yeah. So we have to go over a year ago before we really get any VTuber
Oh my
thing.
gosh. That's
There
crazy,
we go. There we go.
man.
And again, she switches to more.
Hey,
like,
look, it's
there
the
we go.
Doki Bird right
you
there,
go. Those are the
actually.
There
last
it
ones.
is. That
Yeah,
was her
like I
last
said,
really
it was
good
a couple
video.
ones after Doki Bird.
Yeah, so Doki Bird,
It was really good video.
VGen
I don't know about
scammers,
that.
VTuber blacklist, then Gen AI. Artist ghosted,
Yep.
client ghosted, Gen AI.
Yeah, it was shortly after Doki Bird. She just fucking fell off. I
That's
think
funny.
someone told me a rat that she was at one point represented by some kind of talent agency, and they told her to stop doing VTuber bashing content or something like that.
Really?
Which normally I wouldn't believe, but like the fucking sudden shift into nothing. But Gen AI, only a few videos after Doki Bird, it's kind of crazy.
And then, chat, let's just
If that's true, that's
Let it
really
go.
hilarious.
let it go.
Oh! Oh!
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jesus
Dude, I'm-
Christ.
If you can make 10, 20,000 views on just talking about and blabbing about AI, I guess go off, Queen. I can't imagine that's very successful for you.
Do what you do, I guess. Couple
The
supers.
channel name is called Cat in Chat. Cat spelled with a K.
Yeah. Couple supers. Thank you, Buckley. Every time someone says fair, a demon levels up. I do not say fair that much. Thank you, Internet Zen. So
Fair.
what I'm hearing is ever since Parrot-chan left 4chan, VTuber Minds, and his home country to deal with BS about his wife's immigration status, everything has fallen apart for Rima? Question mark.
I mean,
I
things
guess.
have been falling apart for Rima ever since Cinder. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, no, she doubled down too hard on the Sender stuff and basically told everybody that they were crazy conspiracy theorists for thinking that there was anything more
And
there.
look where we are now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Where we are from Cinder to now is like, yeah, guys. Cinder, one of the girls is literally no longer a VTuber anymore. That's how bad her ass was beaten.
And the other one still semi complains about how nobody likes her anymore.
Yeah.
I do want to say in retrospect that I think that because I do believe that Rima was told things by these people, and I think that she wants to lie and say that she didn't have connections with some of these people. I do think she did, and two, I think she was lied to, and I think that she's really butthurt about how the fact that she was lied to, because she ruined a lot of connections and a lot of pinpoints with people because she believed those lies, and because a lot of other people believed that those lies would stick around. And you know, I mean, like, I guess in her position, if that is the case, why wouldn't you believe it? Why would these people lie? And these people.
No, I'll judge her heavily for that.
Oh, you think you'll just? I mean, fair
Well,
enough.
because I even told her in DMs, I was like, "Have you actually seen proof of any of this stuff?" And she's like, "Yeah, I have." It's like, okay, sure you did.
Fair. If she claims that she saw proof of this stuff and this is the case, then yeah, flame her all you want. I think that she's retarded for
Like, if she had done this on her own, fine. But I specifically told her in DMs that she was not looking at things clearly and logically, and she flipped her shit on me. So you know what?
Yeah.
You kind of deserve it. Good luck.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe that's petty to say, but by the same token, her and her mods, who still eternally seethe about me and Mizu in her Discord server, which is really funny. They tried to commit forms of life ruination on us, and I just think it's kind of funny. I think
Azahara is also very correct. She was in Mythic Talents, but I highly doubt she has any connections with any of the Mean Girls. And I think her Cinder coverage was an attempt to get an inroad with the Mean Girls, but that's just my theory.
It's a possible. Listen, there is a possibility. Listen, I'm willing to believe that. I'm willing to believe that she just like hardcore believed and tried to lie her way
from
through
Mythic
it.
Talent or anyone in Mythic Talent. No. I could do this and I could get in. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. It just kind of feels like that.
I'm not saying you're
I don't
wrong.
care.
It's just I like holding her to her own standard because she just openly lied and was like, yeah, no, they've told me. It's like, okay, if they told you, then they've told you.
Yeah.
I don't believe you, though.
I personally feel like it could go either way. I don't really care at this point because we're over a year outside of that drama. Obviously, Cinder won. Obviously, a lot of these other people are slowly becoming more relevant because they decided to commit one of the worst forms of life ruination against her, and that's crazy. But it's just like, at this point, it's just kind of sad in retrospect because, like, you didn't have to do that, but you did.
Thank you, Internet Zen. Says, Ava, you just described the quartering. Cat literally is a female anti-AI version of Jeremy.
Which is funny.
And then thank you, Artemis. Crazy how everyone I found during Legal Minds Dokibird coverage has basically flamed out. Gator graduated, False did too, Rima fell, and Legal Mind, I think Ellen is a Legal Mindset, petered out, in my opinion.
Is he done creating content?
He started to peter out, but he, like, 3 videos, I think, this week. He had a period, he's not streaming as much, he's doing videos here and there, but he's just trying to get back on the horse, so to speak, after his New Year's break.
I'd also like to point out that basically
it really
every...
sucks too, like, we were gonna do, like, Clenny trial and stuff, and then Clenny wouldn't fucking, nah, even though I fucking have teased this fucking live trial for, like, 4 years, I'm gonna go ahead and plead guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Clenny.
Yeah. Basically, all of the news or drama tubers have quit or severely, like, rolled back their work on it.
Yeah.
Or they just, I wouldn't consider them news at all. Good example is Alara, who we will be talking about shortly.
Also talk about. Yeah. It's just kind of funny seeing all these people slowly fade after, like, they tried to prostrate themselves and show themselves as, like, the big people on campus. And who we really left with, I mean, like, me and Mizu are some of the only examples, and I'm not really trying to flate myself. I think me and Mizu are one of the only people left that are still talking about drama and news.
Pretty much.
I know there's a couple other people
At least in a
as
way
well,
that's
but
not cringe as fuck.
I try not to be cringe. I know I am cringe.
But chat, that leads us into our second topic, which is Nikto. If you were with Occo the other night, you have already heard about Nikto. To clarify, by the way, before anybody thinks we're biased, technically we kind of are, because Nikto kind of shit on us when we had our first big controversy, and would shit on us a couple times after that.
Yeah, I actually looked this up back when I was researching the stream. Back when me and Mizu were in the hot coals for the first time, talking about another VTuber who was accused of being a sex pest, Nikto got into a fight with me because he said he was going to revoke the rights of a song he made, or not. I'm trying to remember if it was a song or if he was talking about the model that somebody wanted to revoke. And I was basically saying you can't revoke the rights of something after you make it for somebody unless you have a specific contract saying that you retain the rights of the song. And we got into a fight about fair use. And then, like, a year later, beef squashed, and I don't think he really cared that much. And then he followed me. And then what's really funny is I talked about Alara in a negative light, and then he defended Alara, like, last month. And then this happens.
Yeah. Really quick, before we get too far into this, somebody on Twitter just sent me this. Would you like to see what Bao's current stream looks like?
Oh gosh, yes, please tell me. Bro! What? This woman is whoring out so bad. Listen, I don't care. Listen, if you want to do lewd content, fine. I don't care. Just don't make it cringe. This is the most cringe gay ass thing I've ever seen. This woman is trying to just like throw up her VTuber model because she's like, I know I'm trying to keep the VTuber people in, but now she's got her face on there too, bro.
Yeah, they sent me this. Somebody in DM sent me this and said, I kind of feel like she's trying to counter the allegations that she's not a VTuber anymore by slapping her models all over the screen, even though she's literally not using them.
Please send that to me.
Okay.
You know what's funny is when everybody started talking about Bao, everybody's like, oh, why don't you talk about Kason? And I will maintain Kason's not a VTuber either, in my personal opinion. The moment Kason decided to become Unleashed and do her own thing, I didn't really regard her as a VTuber. And I was flamed on by some people because like they're like, oh, but she can still be a VTuber. She still, and I was like, no, she shows her face, she whores out on camera, she does the weird shit that she does. It's like, you know, it's fine, she's allowed to do that. But I don't think Kason's a VTuber either. I think that Kason, the moment that she decided to do what she did, not a VTuber. Same is obviously held with Bao.
Also, Kason gets away with it with people because she's actually hot. And people, I've had this discussion with people before. Chat knows me. There are multiple women that chat's been like, wow, she's ugly. I'm like, no, she's pretty. She's good looking. I hate her. I think she's a scumbag. But I can admit that she is pretty. Bao does not look good. She is
I return.
The most mid of mid Asian women I have ever seen, which is a hard thing to do, consider Asian women tend to trend on the higher echelon in looks.
Yeah.
Like, she needs a lot of makeup work. Kason, on the other hand, is just hot.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to say she's not. That would be dumb.
So she gets away with it more because people are like, well, she's hot.
Oh, are we talking about Bao?
Yeah.
No. Yes. We're talking about Bao and Kason.
Look, I already mentioned it, and some people got mad at me, even though it was like happy for her. And then I just took her VTuber card and expected her badge and VTuber squirt gun on my desk in the morning.
That's specifically what we were talking about.
People fucking got angry.
I sent it to you.
And I was like, guys, she's not a VTuber anymore. It's fine. Is this like...
That's her current stream.
All her models on at the same time? What's going on?
Yeah, that's her current stream, what she's doing right now.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
None of the models are active. They're just pictures of her models.
Look, I honestly think what happened is the backlash from the Cinder drama was enough and hit her earnings enough that she went, you know what, I'm just gonna buckle down. I mean, it feels like she's trying to get into the California streamer crowd.
No, that's definitely what she's doing. Definitely. I mean, like, you know, it's really crazy to say that because she does, like, she's still maintaining a decent amount of viewers. She still has 10 times the amount of viewers that me and Mizu have combined. And it's just like, why is she doing this? Like, for what reason does she feel like she has to go IRL? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well...
To each their own. Although I will say, you know, clearly she agrees with the majority of the people who have been giving her shit because she removed her VTuber title from her fucking profile. She wouldn't have done that if she didn't agree with, you know, the general consensus of the internet.
But also throwing it out there, because Cinder's done a lot more flash posting as well, but she always wears a mask. And I think that gives her a little bit of a breadth too. First off, she always shows up in cosplay when she posts real pictures, and she's always wearing a mask.
Yeah, I think if you're wearing a mask, I give you a little bit more.
You never heard me bitching about Bao when she appeared flesh posting with a mask on.
No, no, absolutely not.
I never once said anything about it.
Yeah, so every time Cinder is like flesh posting, she's always in cosplay and she's always wearing a mask. She's also one of the people that kind of does higher effort cosplays because she's always got
Well, she was a cosplayer in her previous life.
yeah, so she's
That's her
always
thing.
got everything done down to like the contacts in her eyes, so her eyes look different. And
Yeah.
at that point, it's like you can't really say that she's flesh posting.
No, I will.
No, she's more like IRL VTubing.
I do. It's funny that some people are like, "Oh, you're having a special spot for the VTuber that you found." It's like, no, I legitimately think that she is she's different because of how she guards her identity, and it's just like, sorry.
Yeah, you guys have just managed to stumble across the very fine line of when it's not a problem and when it is a problem. You just identified the line. That's all you did. But I think we have always been consistent because we never gave Bao shit when she flesh posted with her mask on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Didn't Bao fucking interview Pirate Software at one point?
Yeah,
And then
she
like
did
Pirate
streams with
Software
them.
fucking called her short and shit. Like yeah, and it was a mask on the whole time. I never had a problem with it.
Also,
Nope,
chat, I
didn't have
have
a problem
no
with it.
point. I have no problem admitting the titties do kind of give her bonus points because like.
Oh, with the Cinder.
Well, because you would, she has pictures of her model dancing around, and you'd be like,
Oh, it's good.
her model has like,
Oh, that's a clear exaggeration.
her
No,
models
it's
have
not.
like fake titties, obviously. There's no way they actually
Nope.
look like that. It's like, no, they probably
Nope,
are based
Mr.
off the real
IRL.
ones.
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
crazy is what it
And
is.
I'm gonna be honest.
Like respect,
lot of
holy shit.
I do got to rant for a moment because a lot of people were like, saying, "Oh, we're gonna treat Cinder just like we treat Bound." It's just like, listen, I understand that you don't like the Gooner stuff, but like, she doesn't have an OnlyFans. Let her post her ecchi content. Let her post her on the line content. I don't mind it because she's not the same in my personal opinion. And I think the people that are whining are like the weird puritanical individuals that are like getting upset with that. And I don't care.
There you go, chat.
know?
There's a comparison.
Oh, are you showing? Hold on. I must see this.
Pretty damn
What do you
close.
think, chat?
Pretty goddamn
Is it
close.
exaggerated?
Not really. Dancing gift though might be a little bit exaggerated.
You know, actually, what would be great?
But
We need a
the
meme,
segment
where it's
cosplay is
the
not
scene from
actually
The
that
Office.
exposed. She just does have big titties. The cosplay itself covers like.
Yeah.
There's a picture here. Yeah, the cosplay covers like literally everything.
Yeah.
It's just she actually does just have massive memories.
Her boyfriend is very
We need
lucky.
one of those memes where it's Pam going, corporate needs you to find the difference between these two pictures, and it's one of Cinder cosplay, and her model is like, it's the same picture.
Yeah, so like I get where some people are coming from, but at the same time, you have to understand. Sometimes when you have just tig old biddies, there's only so much you can do to keep them contained.
Yeah,
She does have the tig old biddies.
she does.
You can also tell like how far she goes with the cosplay because you can see she's got like red eyes as well. So she's got contacts in.
Yeah, you know how annoying that has to be? Like, those contacts can be itchy and shit.
Yeah.
She's
I never
suffering
worn
for your
contacts, so
pleasure.
I have no idea.
Well, the ones you do for like eye colors are special. I have some that are for a Balzac cosplay I did.
Oh, okay.
I can imagine you in a Bowsette cosplay. That's.
I think I looked really good. I still have the corset from it.
You should show me pictures.
Ava can't relate. No, nor would I want to relate. I imagine her lower back fucking hurts. That's all I have you to say.
She met Vienna. Yeah, that's true. She did meet. I forgot. But was Vienna one of the ones that like was upset with her? I cannot remember for the life of me. I just remember the big three that like tried to stab her in the back, and that's all that like I cared about talking about.
It was big too. I mean, what?
Huh?
Who?
Mizu's got tits on the brain. It's very fair and understandable.
Thank you, Internet Zen. Aside from you guys, all that's left are Lydia, who is currently out with laryngitis, and Salvi, who is chugging along and doing fine. My only issue with Lydia is they're doing that 24/7 live stream thing right now, and I kind of find that sort of thing cringe. But that's maybe just me.
My issue with Lydia is that she tried to cancel Salvi for no reason. And she's also friends with Alara
yeah.
and follows whatever Alara says and does. So that's my problem with her.
Fair.
Yeah, I have different problems with Lydia as well.
I know
went
what
into
problems
that.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Chat, I know my bias.
Like
That allows me to recognize when
It's-
I'm compromised.
I've been compromised. We need, honestly, I need one of those memes of like Mizu just acting normal, and then it shows a picture of Cinder with her big bazongas, and then it's just one of those licking the screen memes, and it's Mizu instead of the random character.
Gabby, get on that, please.
Gabby, get on that, please.
Thank you, Noir. Bow in that screenshot looks like the disappointed mom in a J drama. She's a 4 out of 10 at best.
Oh,
That's
mean.
a real low blow.
Holy crap! Yeah, that was wild, man.
Internet Zen says Mizu is right. Holy mid, Batman. And it's not even a good angle. Pretty sure Kason stopped considering herself a VTuber after the VShojo disaster. Possible.
Well, I mean, if she did, then
Yeah.
perfectly fine. I get really upset when everybody is like, oh, but you give Kason a pass. Is like, I never said that. Whoever fucking said is saying that I'm saying that, you're fucking lying. Stop lying. I never gave Kason
I'm pretty sure
a
I
pass.
publicly said that I don't consider Kason a VTuber anymore.
I'm
Like,
sure I
multiple
publicly
times.
said that as well. I don't consider her one. I don't consider anybody that decides to show their entire fucking face intentionally multiple times on camera. I mean, like, even if you do it the first time, like if you show yourself multiple times, I don't consider you a VTuber. You can be somebody that uses a VTuber model. I have many people I know that have shown their face, but they use a VTuber model. I don't consider them a primary VTuber. I consider them somebody that uses a VTuber model.
Thank you, Noir, for member
yeah.
for 1 month. Speaking of Cinder, I became the wolf from old cartoons, seeing her IRL physics in one of her latest Twitter vids.
Oh, physics.
Thank you, Internet Zen. And this, gentleman, is why I don't fault Red for forgiving her for the cheating allegations and doing everything to get back together. Thank you, Pyroferno. Vienna came across to me as more of a I'm not touching that, which is possible. I don't remember what all Vienna did.
I don't either. I just remember what the big 3 or 4 of them did.
It was Shy Lily,
Vienna
Bao
was,
were the
like,
big ones.
upset by the situation, but if I remember correctly, she vehemently condemned like the hate and the ruination campaign.
Anyways, chat, we were supposed to get started on this. We got really distracted, but we were going to talk about the Nikto thing.
Yes,
'cause-
let's talk about the Nikto thing.
Just full transparency, Nikto was very mean to us in the past.
He was.
However, we're kind of on his side with this one because women be fucking crazy. So what this started from, and we're not reading all of these because these are really long.
You can watch my video if you want to listen to
Yeah.
me read them all in a dramatic tone.
He was defending a VTuber called Scarlet Bell, who was claiming that she had people doxing her and trying to do CPS calls on her family. And he just basically said, look, shitty conduct, don't do that. And everybody decided he has defended the right-wing AI Foid, so it is time that we all drudge up every complaint we've ever had with him and try to cancel him. Because how dare he try to stop our cancellation campaign. So they did. They dug up every random message they thought they could spin against him and started lobbing it out.
Yeah.
So the big one is this
Oh, that's really gross.
from this Vika person, who's a feral deity VTuber. And I am going to read their Discord message because I want everybody to understand that this is the worst it gets. This is the peak bad behavior that we're talking about. So this is coming off of them two having a stream together. And she says, hi, Nikto.
Okay.
Wanted to talk about our last stream. Glad we got to do the collab. But I want to be upfront that I look at our connection strictly as a professional networking thing, not a personal friendship. There were some lines you crossed before the stream and during that weren't okay. Not something I tolerate. I don't have the same stream style as you. I don't bully streamer or mass toxicity as banter. It's very off-putting for anyone collabing for the first time and lacks respect. Since we're both the same community, I want to keep things completely chill and professional between us going forward. Good luck with your channel. Won't be collabing with you again. Take me offering this message as a communication rather than choosing to simply ghost you. Thanks for understanding, Vika. And he responds, his horrendous cancellation-worthy response is, "Hi, Vika. Appreciate you being transparent about your feelings on the matter, and I do want to take an opportunity to apologize about the boundaries that may have been crossed. I have a tendency to bounce based off the energy provided, and usually do interact with an intention to build a friendship and a business relationship. I understand that's not what you're looking for. I have to say that was never my intent to make you feel bullied, as I was genuinely under the impression what we were engaging in was genuine banter, as it was very much exchanged in equal measure. I do have quite a bit of respect for you, and believe it or not, hence why I did apologize midstream when I sensed that perhaps I crossed a line. I don't mind keeping things professional. If you'd be willing to, I'd personally like to hear where some of those lines may have been crossed, so I can at least be a bit more mindful should circumstances change between us, as well as provide an opportunity for some reflections. If there's one thing I do feel is worth addressing to you for your future encounters, you have to be willing to establish your boundaries and communicate clearly what you're not okay with, as no one is going to be able to tell right off the bat. Once again, I appreciate you being transparent and wish you well on your journey. Nikto."
That's a fair thing to say, by the way. Tell me what your boundaries are before we start.
Was cancellation worthy?
Yep, that was...
Yes, that was cancellation
That was
worthy.
it. And the way they're talking about this guy, they're talking about him like he's a rapist. They genuinely are.
Yeah, no, I've seen some of the shit, like, thrown at this guy, and it's nothing. It's in fact, it's one of the few times I've seen, like, okay, one, Vika, good on for you, or Valka, whatever your name is, good on for you reaching out and expressing that you were apparently accosted in this horrible manner. Nikto responded to you exactly as we've always said someone should respond. Privately, professionally, and fucking, hey, let me know what I did wrong so I can reflect and change behavior, because if I don't know, I'm not going to know how to change. And how dare he?
Yeah, how dare he?
Make it make sense, please.
So her big complaint is that he later goes on to kind of make a Twitter post that she claims is a vague post about her. I will say, however, he quotes at the top of it the words, "You're very guarded," which you guys probably noticed did not appear in this message. So I'm not even 100% sure it was about her. Unless there's something that she showed that wasn't in there. But she believes that the fact that he did this completely voids the message he sent her here. That still doesn't give you a right to, like, talk about him like this.
No, I agree.
She also says, this was never and will never be a cancellation campaign. I have no need of it. However, every single major person that talked about this, she went to their post to say, "Oh, thank you so much for covering this. This was a really traumatic experience for me." Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, this bitch wanted attention, hands down. All these women wanted attention.
I'm very happy you did this. Because you are one of the many people who are going to continue to erode whatever weird delusional sanctity that people had regarding cancellation campaigns. You're making cancel culture less and less impactful, so thank you for your contribution to that.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Give this woman the I failed award or whatever the shit. I don't know. The I helped take away women's rights award and just give it to her.
And I know she came up to this fucking bat like she was Michael Phelps about to come back on swimming, and then she jumped, belly flopped, and drowned at the Olympics. You did not do good here.
I also want to point out she later, because Alara did a stream on this, she later makes this post, "Alara has come out publicly now. I can only speak on my section. Nikto was already spreading rumors before my post come out. Do you understand?" So what Alara specifically said was that he, quote unquote, falsely painted situations to her that she now has the full context for. The thing is, she doesn't show any of that context in her stream, and none of the people accusing him show any of that context. So I don't know.
I'm to assume this is the full context.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. I am to assume this is the 100% context.
By the way, before you read any more of this, absolutely fucking cringe that you did a sentence apiece finished off with "Do you understand?" If you ever make a post ever again, never do this. this is horrible. I hate
This
it.
is horrible. My day is ruined.
It feels very condescending. Yes,
is
no,
very.
exactly. My whole night is ruined.
Exactly.
So I do want to read this because, believe it or not, we did a little investigative work, or Occo did a little investigative work.
I did a lot, yes.
So we actually have how Alara specifically responded to Nikto in regards to these allegations.
And we got the opportunity to read them. Because Alara claimed on her live stream that she talked to him about this and that she got the greater context. That's a fucking bold-faced lie. Alara did not get any of that. And I can't help bear repeating this. Do not ever be friends with Alara, because she will backstab you and she will like walk away from you the moment that the mob requires her to do so.
So
It's quite literally Andy and the "I don't want to play with you anymore" meme, but that's Alara.
yeah, so a day prior to all of this starting, in regards to the Scarlet Bell thing, Alara messages him and asks him about the Scarlet Bell thing. It says the line in it, "Obviously no one wants to see anyone doxxed, but we can't ignore the blatant hate people are spouting."
What?
Yeah.
She's talking about
Wait,
Scarlet
what?
Bell, the person that's now. No, I tried to be sensitive with this, but because Scarlet Bell's put all this out there, it's kind of hard not to be. Scarlet Bell alleges that they were doxxed and swatted, and CPS is potentially being involved with their alleged children.
Yeah,
and that is what Alara is saying as a response to this. So congratulations, Alara. You're a fucking horrible human being.
Anyways, it's a long post. Nikto replies with, "I appreciate it. It's a conversation I've had a few times already, and I've got a plan. I deleted the post. I'll be pushing out a statement and going on break for a bit." She says, "I gotcha. Understandable." Very next day, about 24 hours later, Nikto sends her a message, "Would you afford a skeleton clarity on what's going on? The accusations, I mean." She sends back, "I don't want to talk to you right now. I have stream. To be honest, I already confirmed you misrepresented something to me. I think Grace is done. I have not even formulated my full thoughts, so no, I don't want to talk and get emotional." He sends back, "Okay, I understand." She replies, "I don't know what to say to you. Obviously you deleted, so I think you know. I don't support some of your behavior, and I'll be stepping away from our friendship." That is their whole conversation about this.
Dude, I'm sorry, this makes you seem like an absolutely crazy psycho bitch.
That is
Like,
their
it doesn't make
entire
him look bad at all.
conversation. She doesn't ask
There's
any
nothing
clarifying
here
questions.
that makes him look even remotely bad.
She doesn't ask any clarifying questions.
questions.
She doesn't accuse him of anything specifically he's lied about. She just says, "I know what you did, and you know what you did. We're not friends anymore." It's like, okay. All right.
Here's the funniest thing, right? That "you know what you did" is such a fucking meme. Is quite literal. Like, I don't know how many people have like functional family dynamics, but like in my family dynamic, that was a very common thing. Like Papa Pyre would fucking say, "So hey, you know what you did," and then we'd laugh, and that was the joke. If you're actually using that as an actual reason for like cutting off contact, refusing to communicate, whatever, you're a baby. You're literally worse than a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, that is Alara to a T, so I would agree with you.
It is. It's rough. It's so dumb. And
Yeah, there's no.
it's kind of how these people treat you.
Explaining this.
Because as soon as there's allegations, you're done. And the thing is, I don't believe they've shown her anything.
No.
So I did the same thing with Nikto that I've done with a lot of people, and you can kind of get Occo for his clarification that I did in fact say this. anytime some shit like this happens and I manage to get to talk to the person who's involved, I always tell them the same thing. I want you to be 100% honest with me right from the start, and I promise I won't tell anybody what your answer is. I want you to tell me, is there anything that's going to come out that's going to make me look like an asshole if I defend you?
Yeah.
You can say yes, no, be as vague as possible, and I won't tell anybody your answer. Just be honest with me.
Yeah, I did that with Balfa.
Yeah.
When I made the Balfa stuff, I'm like, hey, look, this is gonna come out. I know it might be a week, it might be 2, but these people will come out of the woodwork and try to wiggle. Is there any wiggle room here? He told me no, and as far as I know, there hasn't really been.
No, Bafa's pretty clean, which is funny.
I was told by Nikto No that there is really nothing else, that everything that has been shown is the worst. And I kind of believe him, because the stuff that we're being shown, one of the people in particular said this is the worst I've seen from him, and it's like literally nothing.
But that's what is that, guys? You could cancel culture is really petering out if you guys are just running out of people to the point that these are the swings you're making.
Also, chat, this is why we're not reading through all of this. Look at this fucking essay they're writing. And also, look when we get to the bottom, the lack of pictures and evidence.
And I love that too. I chose to stay quiet. No, you didn't. You've been posting every day since the
Oh no, this is Vika. This is her. They quote tweet Vika. Yeah. They make their own giant message. Says, I believe and stand with Vika. I had my own experience. And they don't provide any evidence of their own.
Of course not.
All that to say, I experienced misogynistic jokes and inappropriate comments, so I believe Vika. And Vika immediately replies, I had no idea me speaking out would lead to you sharing your story. I cannot tell you how sorry I am.
I hate these people so much. These people make me filled with so much hate.
You need to stop sharing my brain cell.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not sharing your brain cell.
At the same time.
I am sharing a data center with Am. All right. Yeah. So maybe you're the one that's trying to share our digital brain cell together. All right. Because we have nothing. Right. I have nothing but hate for these kinds of people. These kinds of people that have absolutely no idea how it is like to be an actual human being, an actual adult. These people are disgusting, degenerate individuals that would die if you force them to live on their own. They would probably die. And so I have no idea how they survive. I don't know how they breathe, because air must be offensive to them.
Yeah, so, I actually called out Tectone for a similar thing. He randomly decided to claim, he's like, yeah, I had a $250,000 sponsorship approach me and tell me that I need to say good things about transgender people, otherwise they'll ruin my life. No evidence, no nothing, just that statement. And I'm like, there's no fucking way, dude.
Tectone didn't
evidence,
do that.
You know this game. You know this fucking game.
Yeah.
There's not, come on, bro.
Tectone did not get, unless Tectone actually shows that message, it did not happen.
1, there's no way you gave up that kind of a sponsorship. 2, I don't see anybody just having $250,000 to throw at a blatant right-wing grifter. A court admitted right-wing grifter, mind you.
Oh, you want to know what's funny?
Don't get into Tectone. You guys are going way off topic.
Sorry, I'll bring this up very briefly, but Tectone today is tried to tell his audience that is just being taken out of context, and that he's not actually a right-wing grifter, and that what he said in the court transcript, even though he said it in the court transcript, he said it's being taken out of context. So I guess in a way he lied about being a right-wing grifter under oath.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh shit, he committed perjury?
I guess he admitted.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get off track.
Yeah, don't go off track, because we have tons of stuff to still go through.
That was on me.
So this is somebody who's bringing up their Discord messages from 2022. For people listening to this in the far future, it is 4 years off of 2022 as of this video. So this is their horrible DMs with him. It says, don't stress it. I'd like to meet up because I think it'd be nice to hang out and see some sides with you. I travel anyways, so I might as well do a little bit of it with a bud. But why? Don't you got other friends that like traveling? It says, yeah, but I want to do it with you. It says, but why? Because I keep saying, why are you looking for a particular answer? Surely you have better options than me. Oh, maybe I can be an exception in the future. Like I said, no, and I still keep going on and on about it. Nikto says you're overthinking it. I promise it's nothing but teasing. The thought, that's what's been the entire time. That's it. There's all that is to it. Says, like, actually, stop bringing it up. It's actually reminded me of one of my exes that didn't understand the word no. He replies, I'm not trying to come off as insisting or pushing boundaries. It says, I would keep asking until I eventually said yes, and it's making me really not comfortable. It says, all right, look, I'm just teasing the thought, and I meant nothing more by it. Frankly, however, I don't appreciate being compared to your ex in such a manner. Genuinely do not care if we meet up or not. They said, yeah, you've said it was teasing the thought. Yes, I can see that, but I'm telling you that it's making me uncomfortable. This is like... These women are, like, psycho.
I've seen somebody very emotionally, like, cognizant of, like, their own mental state and stuff, like...
Also, we skipped 30 minutes.
Exactly how these people are supposed... Like, these people said that the way you should respond to these things are exactly how he's responding in these DMs. He's doing it as they said it should be done, and they still don't like it.
Yeah. I also have to clarify,
yeah, there's very clear
between this message and between the last message on this one, there's a 30-minute gap.
Yeah, that's.
So they just skipped like a full 30 minutes.
And there's no way that they didn't stop talking in that 30-minute period.
Yeah.
Check the timestamps. You want to know what Alara didn't do? Check the timestamps.
Alara never checks the timestamps.
But this one's just like cringe, right? It's like, oh, he asked you to do a thing. And first off, your initial response here is like psychotic. I'm actually still on his side with this initial response. And this, but why? But why? Surely you have better options. It's like, calm the fuck down, girl. He said, do you want to go hang out? And you're supposedly friends. Chill.
Alara never fact checks? No, she does not. I think she's immune to actually checking the facts, actually, chat.
Yeah, fact checking is actually her kryptonite.
Yep.
Well, I was gonna say that elves.
Out in a rash.
I was gonna say that elves don't know how to fact check, and then I remembered you're an elf, so I can't really say that.
I mean, to be fair, I am an undead vampire elf. I'm about as removed from a living elf as you can get.
Fair.
See, you have all these people, right, that keep making these new allegations. By the way, I'm already blocked by whoever this is.
Oh, great sign.
That says he offered to room with me at Off-Kai when my husband couldn't go. It's like, okay, you got pictures of that, surely. And
nope, not posted.
Nope.
Didn't exist. No pictures, didn't exist. Sorry.
Oh my god, that's
whore.
so awful. You know, the only awful thing is that you believed him. Or her, or whoever the fuck that was.
Yep.
Also, like, a lot of people are kind of making these jokes that, wow, bro really played the ha, just kidding, unless card.
I never saw that.
Well, first off, like, this is this other person here, which they don't actually show any DMs, so I don't believe anything you're saying. But also, even if he did, why are you guys, like, acting like the most base level of flirting is, like, rape? Like, I don't understand this.
I think it's because these people have never had a real relationship in their lives, and they don't actually know what it's like to have a normal relationship with people.
But I understand the prospect of touching grass and someone online actually getting you to touch grass scares you all. To no end, obviously, but, like, you need to fucking pump the brakes a little bit.
Just a little bit.
This is one of the people he was joking with that I even told him this in DMs. He comes off as either very inexperienced in, like, relationships or just super mega autistic. Because they're talking to this person, Synthetic Peach. And Peach says, accept the terms. Nikto says, what terms? Synthetic Peach says, whatever it is you're talking about, IDK, you tell me. You guys are clearly, like, doing some will they, won't they shit, but it's cringe.
Yeah.
Nikto says, beating you with a baton? Question mark. Synthetic Peach says, why is it always violence with you? I've been abused enough. And they do, like, the little sideways face. He says, because violence is fun.
I haven't done that one since 2014.
Synthetic Peach says, not to me, to others is fine. So just so we're clear, this is not like them being upset with violence. Also, you can see their profile picture. They have a Guro profile picture. So before somebody gets in and says something about like he's weirdly violent, no, like both of these people are kind of weird about that.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that yesterday, but if you have a girl picture, I'm just going to assume that you like blood and getting beat up and shit. Women
Yeah.
are weird like that, chat.
And the comment, to others is fine. So he
Thank
says,
you, Mark.
what would you have? Synthetic says, we can wrestle, but no hitting. Legit, I've been hit enough by men. He says, I'm gonna summon you to do my
bro, I'm
homework for
sorry.
me. They say, don't wanna, ooh woo. He says, I resort to flattening you against a wall.
Oh.
That's it. That's the whole thing, by the way.
This
There's
is-
no other...
And by the way-
Oh,
look,
there's
these
one
are
more.
at different
look,
days.
Pick you up by your legs and swing you
I'm gonna
against
tell
the
you
wall.
right now.
These are on different
Right,
days in descending
okay.
order. So none of these are presented in
Yeah,
out of
also
order
weird.
context.
Yeah,
And they're cropped to the point where
And
we have no
also,
idea
you
what
guys-
she is saying in response. I want to know what this woman said in
I see
response.
what she is. She's a fucking brat.
yeah.
She's literally the fucking brat archetype. That's what you're seeing right now. Is a weird ass cringe flirtatious like communication between a dom and a brat.
You would know all about that, wouldn't you, Ava?
Listen. I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Oh, okay.
On advice of counsel, I'd love to answer that question. Okay, I need to get exactly what Fauci kept saying and have it just as a fucking, like, an audio clip. 111 times.
But yeah, Chad, I scrolled down her VTuber page really quick while y'all couldn't see it. Just take my word for it that she has nude versions of her model where her skin is like ripped off and you can see the meat underneath it. So like, I don't want to hear some crap about like you have issues with people doing like kinky violence art ERP with you.
Yeah, if that's what your model is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's weirder than Lumi's shit that she wants to do to her model.
Yeah.
And Lumi wants to turn her model into sushi.
And you can just keep going down like the list of people sharing these. Oh, here's the girl from earlier. She quoted this on the Killer Saw tweet instead of in the place where she actually said it. So hers is that's what I tell everyone who gives me shit about being friends with him or anyone. Nikto says, hey, as long as he's not trying to take advantage of you, that's all I'm concerned about. Hikara says, no, even if he was, I'd drop him. Nikto says, glad we got that established. Hikara says, yes, I'm in no mood for con drama. Off-Kai, TwitchCon, MegaCon, Orlando, London, and Halamat always get drama, and I'm in no mood for it. I'm glad to kind of be nobody, so no one will just start drama with me. And Nikto says, people will find a way to get some issues going some way. This is supposed to tell us something, but none of us really know what it's about.
No.
This was in
So it could be
response
about
to
anybody.
this Killer Saw guy, who Killer Saw says Nikto had apparently gone around calling me a sec pest to people. I am beyond livid right now. And he shows this with this like message that we have no idea
Okay,
where this is even
so-
from.
Yeah, this is intentionally cropped to be vague and fuck you. And honestly, I wish I could I wish I could hold you in contempt.
So
For
I wish I
this
could
just
flash
30
before
days
you
ago.
hold him in
wall.
contempt, me and Occo do have a little bit of extra knowledge about why this happened.
Yeah. I
So,
didn't share that yesterday.
Okay.
Please do.
so
Is there an actual explanation as to
Nikto
why
is
this
not
happened?
technically the person that accused Killer Saw of being a sex pest. That was actually all of the women that messaged the organization he was trying to join that then got pitched to Nikto and the other members to get their feelings on
Okay,
it.
okay.
So,
Yeah, so they
Yeah,
were being
so
intentionally vague because
this-
it doesn't fit their narrative.
This Killer Saw guy is directing his anger at the wrong people. There are a bunch of women that
Absolutely.
like are calling him a sex pest behind the scenes.
yeah.
So
Yeah, bro, Killer Saw. Focus your anger at the right group of people, please.
And he had attempted to join the same organization that Nikto was in called Vcrypted. And for whatever reason, I guess Vcrypted kind of passed the document around to the members and were sort of like, how do you guys feel about this? Is this like something you take seriously? Is this a no-go? Like,
I don't know if that's public, but we're saying it.
Well, it's public now.
It is. It is. So yeah, Killer Saw Man, you got to go to go at Vcrypted. Please, I want to see another trash fire. That would be so funny.
Yeah, bro, you just be angry at the right people.
I'm not saying he is a sex pest. I just think it's kind of funny that he believes Nikto is saying that about him, and it's like, no, the person calling you a sex pest is apparently all of these girls that have a document about you that are sending them places. You might want to, I guess, look back in your past, maybe see if you pissed somebody off. It's very funny to me, though, that that's happening to you while you're actively boosting the exact same kind of campaign against somebody else.
Yeah, it makes me wonder when that's going to happen to you in the future, buddy, by these people.
Yeah. So, we'll see where that goes. No telling on that one.
One of the people I wanted Occo to cover is in Vcrypted. I mean, I can still potentially cover them in the future. You just got to send it to me. Unless you already have and I forgot about it because I have a lot of shit going on. In which case, please send it again. I apologize.
Really quick, I do have a couple of supers to get through before we continue. So, thank you, Book of Bananas. Bao has to have a bad therapist or she is going through something. I like Bao and I could see she would eventually go IRL, but something is off about her now. Thank you, Wolfsbane, member for 4 months. Red, how dare you cheat on me? I don't know if I can forgive you. Cinder, what about these? Reveals the girls. Red, I forgive you. Gimme.
So I will say this in regards to the Bao stuff. Mizu.
Yeah.
That picture you had up earlier of Bao, Papa Elfire came in and he saw it and he went, "Ooh, she has that Ozempic face." I didn't say it.
It's
okay.
It's
I didn't say
funny you mention that because part of the reason Bao is doing more face streams is because she's apparently proud that she lost a lot of weight.
And she did, and she should be proud of that.
But that you're still not a VTuber. All right, I'm sorry, but you're still not a VTuber.
Yeah, no, I took her VTuber card. She understands she's not a VTuber. Yep. She wouldn't have removed the freaking tag.
Thank you, Noir. It says, what I find funny is these people view this stuff as toxic. Meanwhile, I can go full low-tier god if I find it funny or if I get angry enough. True. Sajita's, whatever the girl's name earlier, tweet is literally why the acronym Teal Deer was invented. And thank you, Noir. Says, I flirted harder to Occo in Super Chaps and I'm not even into dudes. Yeah. You know, I told him specifically when I saw some of these messages, I was like, are you actually flirting in some of these? And he goes, yes. I'm like, are you autistic or do you just not have like much relationship experience? Because I don't... If you did not admit to me that you were flirting, I would have assumed you weren't.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I even said that yesterday. I was like, guys, this isn't flirting. This is like a weird, like, RP that's going on. If it's ERP, you know, I'm not an expert, but I am an expert. That's not ERP. I'm sorry.
His best.
Yeah.
He was trying his best.
His best sucked.
By the way, chat, his reply to me was undiagnosed, but something's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, until further notice, he has some form of tism.
I believe it.
Thank you, Internet Zen. Ava, I'm going to plead the fifth. Okay, Dr. Fauci. Thank you. Thank you, Sparky's Tech Corner. I'll stand by what I said last night. I would make all of these people cry so soft and all the needs to grow a spine and touch grass. Also, I would like to point out, I apologize to people donating, but the Super Chat goal has probably been met, but it's not moving because YouTube hates me, and I don't know why.
So, I have it here. The goal has been met and is disappear on your chat.
Oh, on my side, it still says 5 of 15, so I'm sorry about that. It's probably been met, though.
Yeah, YouTube is changing things, don't you know? So
thank you, Internet Zen. It says, if I remember right, Killer Saw's profile is very World Eaters aligned themed. Horn's murder boys are not known for their intellect and very easy to influence. Life imitates art, apparently. And then Artemis says, Bao lost weight, but she wasn't dime fat. It says K-Ako. So I mean, no, I saw Bao originally. I didn't think she was fat. I actually thought she was a healthy weight. But if you
Yeah.
want to lose weight, I'm not gonna
Yeah, I
like
did
judge
too.
you until you get like Eugene Yakuni level.
I agree.
Yeah, if you get anorexia or like if there's something more going on, then I'm gonna call that out just as much as I would call out someone being fat.
Yeah, but if you're like a little
Yeah.
thick and you just want to be like a little thinner, like I'm not gonna call you out for that, even
struck me
though
as a healthy weight. Yeah, a little hefty, but not where it was like, oh, she has trouble getting around, she has trouble breathing. No, I didn't think any of that.
chat knows I like
No.
my girls with a little thickness.
Speaking of Deme, because somebody brought him up, Deme is apparently single again.
Allegedly,
Well, that came from her Discord.
I know.
So
But
unless she's lying, which would be funny.
we have more of these, by the way. Like, look how long these are. These big posts people are making.
This person started off with a big vague post, by the way.
Yeah. And they started with,
it's so
I
funny.
don't like calling
don't
people
like
out in
Calling
public.
people, yeah. How many people have they called out? I wonder.
And again, go to the bottom. No pictures. No evidence. Again,
Yeah, no pictures, never.
nobody ever posts pictures of any of this. They're all just lying. Pointed out I had boundaries and lines crossed on multiple occasions, inappropriate remarks or comments because I do not safe for work content, violent quote-unquote jokes, very questionable marks or situations defended by them, watching them talking about wanting to save people that didn't need to change. Considering they are now like Christian, that could have like other meanings. That's typically how Christians kind of refer to converting people, saving. Like, you hear they say, I was saved, and that means they converted. And then they have another one that... This is, again, not actually proof of anything that was said. This is, like, a Google Docy write-up that's maybe a page long. But again, it's not evidence of anything.
It's just them alleging that he did this shit.
Yeah, and all of it is just, like... They say that he talked aggressively or that he was openly flirty. I like this, openly flirty when we barely knew each other. Yeah, that's typically how you meet people, hon.
That's what's crazy. I'm like, my God, do you guys understand how, like, life and courting and dating was, like, even 30, 40 years ago? Like, men would walk up to women randomly, hey, how are you? And they would, we are going backwards as a society, and it's not good.
I also like to point out, you can kind of see it on their message, but they say this happened in 2024. Don't let any of these people convince you that they thought this was a problem at the time. Because some of these are as old as 4 years ago.
And yet they didn't cancel
That's
him or say
ridiculous.
anything back then. I'll be right back.
They only said something now because he supported an AI, bro. Also, chat, I can probably count
is
on...
that why they're going at him?
I could probably count on one hand about what women would be in my call-out docky. But there would be a hand. A hand's worth. Send 2 more shekels and I'll make a Jewish bisexual man happy. Chat, I can't believe you're denying me my 2 shekels. You promised me 4 shekels, chat. There should have been 8 shekels in that super chat. How could you deny me my 16 shekels?
Alright, I'm back.
Come back.
I was literally sitting here stun-locked as you kept doubling the shekels.
I'll have to send you the meme later.
I'm already 32 shekels in debt already. What the fuck? How am I supposed to pay 64 shekels?
My favorite one, I have to see if I can find it again. I think somebody in chat will probably know what I'm talking about, but somebody sends a super chat to a YouTuber, and it says, here, take my $10. I'm sorry I could only send you $5, but I think this charity is very important. That's why I've done this massive donation of $2. Unfortunately, though, and then he just keeps going, he's like, anyways, so about that $4 you owe me, I'll be expecting my $8 by the end of the week.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's I forget what comedian does it, but the joke goes, when I was a kid, I wound up to my dad, and my dad was so tight about money. One time I asked him for I asked him for $50 for a bunch of school stuff, and he's like, $30? What do you want $20 for? And that's the whole joke from this comedian, like from like the 80s, but it's pretty good.
Anyways, so that's just all of these girls doing it, and then our favorite Black VTuber Awards girl, Narlene, noticed that because he had originally like gotten rid of his account, but then he brought it back up, and she pulled the "Oh my God, he's back." Wonder if all the VTubers taking up for little Nikto are going to ignore his sex pest behavior.
Like, who are these people? Why do they exist?
Oh, they always do this every time something comes up.
I know. Why do they hate it?
I like to point out that I can guarantee for a fact that this is the third time this exact same situation has happened, where a guy has been in completely consensual like relationship with people, and everybody after the fact is trying to say it's like sex pest behavior.
Yeah.
I will say this is where I learned that he was married. So chat, if you want to hate him for something, hate him for the proper thing, that he was having an emotional affair with random VTubers. That is something you are allowed to hate him for. But after that, like, none of you girls have any value.
Why does this keep happening? Why do these girls keep, like, they have a fucking slam dunk with the emotional cheating behavior, you know, that, like, if they just
because they knew he was married at the time.
I would, yeah.
It was the same thing with Psychono.
Why.
Everybody knew Psychono had a girlfriend. They were all still going after him, though.
Like, who was the other guy? It was Psychono, yeah.
Yeah, they all knew he had a girlfriend. I think because I had brought this up.
Some of them literally in the DM said they didn't care.
Yeah, like, and I'd brought this up with the past thing we had with Torakaru. But the girl that accused him specifically said in her accusation that the reason he decided he didn't want to sleep with her is because he was already with a girl. So she knew about the other girl.
Yeah.
They don't care. None of these women actually care about the other woman, or they wouldn't have been doing this to start with.
Yeah.
It's just something they use as a cudgel now that they found out that he's not leaving the other woman for them.
Kind of funny how that works out,
So many women are just absolutely ruled by, like, their monkey brain, and it's just sad.
It is.
Yeah. And then, of course, this was Alara's message talking about the stream, after the stream, where she just, like, decided to go with whatever the controversy said. And as you guys can see, I am still blocked. I will forever be blocked by her because she's a bitch.
You know what's funny is we asked Nikto, like, what her problem was with us, and it kind of just seems that, I don't know, she just is weird and has this weird hatred.
The word I would use is petty interpersonal politics.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things, and I think when I have somebody that was close friends to her actually talking to me about something, it is too hard for me to resist not just saying, hi, so what's her problem with me? Mm-hmm. And I believe his answer, the answer I basically got was, you know, like, they're that dedicated to the message, and you went against the message.
Right.
And I'm like, I wish it was something more. I wish, like, she was some crazy person who said, well, in a past life, he kicked my puppy or something. Like, something more than she thinks you're right wing. Like, just expand a little bit past that, but that's unfortunate.
What it was is she used to like you, but then she became convinced that you were replaced by somebody else, Mizu.
Believe it or not, I don't normally talk about this, but, like, really, it wasn't like friends, right? But really early on, when I first started VTubing, I would talk to Alara. Really early on. Like, back in the before times when I was still a femboy. Mm-hmm. I'm technically still a femboy. When my model was still a femboy. So it's wild. So it's a long-standing beef, and it will forever be here because she refuses to talk about it. And we have to mention it because in her stream on Nikto, she brings us up again. She always brings us up. It's so weird.
She did. It was really funny. And she brought it up specifically because she brought up how it was sad because he defended her against the evil Mama Occo and the UnderTheTea people. And I just thought that was really funny that somehow we get a magical bring up from that, which means that we were very fresh on her mind when that happened, which means that she thinks about us quite often, which is hilarious to think about.
And that it also shows that she still refuses to say my name.
Did you Voldemort?
Because it is Mama Occo and the UnderTheTea people.
You need to do a Heisenberg clip where it's just like, say my name.
Every time they just they intentionally try and snub me. Ugh.
I do think it's kind of funny.
But chat, I do have another thing I wanted to touch on. Because this literally, so that's all the Nikto stuff really. And I will say, like I just said, if you want to hate Nikto for the cheating on the wife thing, I actually think that's valid to a degree. None of these girls actually have a claim though. They're just doing this to be a bitch.
Yeah.
But then this popped up while I was at work, and I watched the video that they put out, and I was like, wow, this is bad. So this popped up. Which thumbnail is better? Some of you know I'm practicing my thumbnail skills. I think I kind of nailed it this time around.
I saw this.
What do you think? Any tips are appreciated? And then it's male VTubers are wrong, and why male VTubers fail is for their YouTube video. So a couple specific things first is they would promptly retweet this and say, oh my goodness, this is making a lot of men very mad. Dear male VTubers, not attacking you. There's no reason for you to attack me in return. But if you go back to the original comment, I think the bottom one is less aggressive. The top one feels like you're attacking male VTubers. She says, I mean, I am, but more the shut the fuck up and listen to what you could do to help yourself.
Okay, woman.
Okay,
oh my gosh.
Well, immediately, opinion discarded.
Yeah. So, I don't want to numbers fiend. And I think chat knows that I really don't like numbers fiending. Unless somebody else tries to numbers fiend first. Because then it's kind of like, well, now I sort of feel like I have to put my stuff next to yours so I can have like some kind of street rep, I guess, you know. So just to show it, chat.
You don't carry the colors on your person, but if someone flashes theirs, you have yours in your backpack.
So chat, this is my personal YouTube channel. And you can see my For You down here with some of my better videos. 4.5K, 4.9K, 4.5K, 4.3K. Specifically, my AniTuber audits playlists do very well. I'm typically like 300 CCV on my Sunday stream, and the videos typically cap out around 5,000 to 6,000 views, which I think is super impressive.
You know how much of you know how much of an anomaly you are?
I know.
Your sub count and your stream, like everything is like way higher than it should be, and it's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, okay.
Just imagine if he makes videos. Mizu would grow massively if he had edited videos.
So I was like, okay, well, how well is this woman doing? So you go to her channel and you see her top videos, 6.6K, drops down to 2.8K, 44K. These are also a month apart about each one. But then SCP reacts, 415 views. And then another Stop Waiting for Brand Deals, 4.1K, Small VTuber growth, 12K. And then we get to her actual content. 100, 100, 1,000, 200, 100, 100. These videos...
Whoa, how did we...
These 5 videos are her only videos that have gotten any attention at all. And somebody's probably going to be like, okay, well, you know, she's obviously big on Twitch then, because people stream on other platforms. Here's her Twitch. 500, 300,
she's not even a partner.
800, 400. Like these... 400, 400, 500.
I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt and assume that maybe the algo just picked up her last few videos or something. Who knows? But
Well, we know why.
So her only videos
and if
about-
you're sitting near the analytics, I think this is botted.
her only successful
what the fuck?
videos are videos she made about how to be successful. Which I've seen this
You know what?
Isn't that how
before.
Kat got her start?
There's a couple
what
of
it
people who got
reminds
their
me of?
start this way.
It reminds me of those rich streamers that show off their Bugattis saying you could be just like me one day if you just read
If I
more
cut the
books.
manosphere.
Just read more books and you could be like me one day.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
So a lot of people don't know this, at least not anymore. It's kind of funny we pop up in this. But this is also how Mari Yume got her start. Is she kept making these videos about how to be a big successful VTuber when she was factually not a big successful VTuber. And people kept giving those videos more and more views because they thought they were genuinely going to help them grow. But in reality, this is a weird stepping stone strategy that some of these people have figured out because it achieves multiple things at once. First off, it's a huge market. A lot of people really want to grow, and they're kind of desperate. They're desperate to get that. So that gives the video easy views. The second one is it's like an inbuilt networking, because realistically, all of streaming is just 100% luck based. Like, maintaining your views after
really
you get your
is.
luck does take some skill, but the actual blow up is 100% luck based. So if 44,000 people watch your video on this, and even a fraction of those are streamers, and one or two of those people actually get lucky and blow up, she now has an inbuilt network of other people to talk to, because they're going to cite her. And they're going to be like, this is my friend. She's the one whose advice I took to grow. She's clearly very successful. It is a perfect inbuilt strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super dumb that people let them grow off of this, because how are you going to go to small VTuber growth from somebody that's literally not grown at all? Their channel isn't going anywhere.
Yeah,
And then after these two videos that did kind of blow up, they went back to their regular content. It doesn't maintain.
immediately down.
No.
What's so funny to me is when you started this, I was like, I don't see the pro, and then I saw I'm like, oh my god, those are worse than my views, and I only get a couple hundred views a video, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Like this kind of content does not actually do anything.
Well, because what's going to happen
Yeah.
is, how many videos can you realistically make about becoming a successful VTuber before you start recycling the same content?
Yeah.
yeah, I could see someone making like a.
So I believe I had
like, how to
checked this
become a
before,
VTuber
'cause her
series
stuff had
after
gotten
they've
big.
gotten a certain.
Yeah. Is
No.
everything fucking member streams?
Oh, that's gross.
Oh, they're all member reactions. What the fuck?
Oh, that's really gross.
Look, all of these were uploaded within
You
like
know
an
why?
hour of each other too. What is her channel now?
What the fuck is Mayume
What the
doing?
fuck?
How many member streams do you have in less than a
These are member
day?
videos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
What the fuck?
What is this?
Are these like member firsts?
It says, yeah, they're members first.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you can see like
I
her
see
stuff.
why.
Again, for a 500k channel, which used this exact same strategy to grow, 6k views, 18k views, impressive.
Oh my god.
5k views, 18k views, like under 20k, all of them, except for this, was creating the perfect AI streamer a mistake.
No, because it's Vito.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything with Vito nerves gonna do well.
That's what happens,
Yeah.
is these don't go anywhere. You get like a huge buff based off of doing this kind of content, but then you stop doing it and nobody stays.
No.
Because you didn't actually grow off of the content you were trying to do. So when you
Yeah,
go
how-to
back to
videos
doing
are-
that content, everybody's gonna leave.
Well, it's just like how-to videos are very nice and cool, and if you've got a niche to share off with people, great. But everybody recognizes eventually, once the how-to videos stop, nobody's interested in your videos talking about your cat anymore. They were there for the how-to videos, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did this.
Wait, that would honestly be the worst thing.
I actually do want us to watch this video
Oh boy. Mizu told me he didn't want me to watch this video. He
before
wanted me to see
stream.
it live. So I'm actually kind of terrified to see what happens.
Oh,
So
how
we're
long
gonna
is it?
see her fantastic advice for male VTubers and why we're failing, chat. Why me and Occo are failing as streamers. Because we're just not taking this advice.
Can I say?
Male VTubers are
I already know
not
why
at a disadvantage in
male
the
VTubers are failing.
community.
It's because they're not using female models with big tits. That's why.
But that's how she
With big
starts it.
Begundas, yeah.
Male
That's how you
VTubers
started,
are
huh?
Not at a disadvantage in the VTuber community. They're
We are not
You know
at a
what, pause real quick.
disadvantage.
Yes, we are.
This is like when they asked Biden
I am
why the
lucky.
economy is bad, and Biden went, "The economy isn't bad."
Yeah.
You can't do this. You can't open with saying that we're wrong.
Listen,
Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
males are disadvantaged. Chat, why do you think I use a female model? And why do you think I'm so lucky that people think I sound a little bit gay? It's because without both of those things, I probably wouldn't be where I was today.
Also,
Wait,
I
Wait, should someone
agree
clip
with
that, please?
Naruhime in chat because this is a pet peeve of mine. She has two sets of ears. You can see she has human ears here, and then she has her
Oh.
VTuber
Oh, that's
model
so
ears.
annoying.
I've actually
You
shown
have
this
one or the
before
other.
on my
God damn it.
original model, but I specifically made sure my artist did this with the toggle. I said, when I turn on my fins, the ears have to go. You can only have like the one set. Or it's weird.
She hears in 4D.
That's not like a huge thing, but it is a pet peeve of mine is when they forget that the animal ears should be the only pair of ears you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
about marketing the wrong
I'm right
way,
there with
and
you.
I will be giving you my hot takes on why I think that is the case. Because honestly, I think a lot of you just don't have the information you need to succeed. And some guy online cried loud enough, making you feel like you're in a losing race. So buckle up, because I'm not pulling any punches.
I hate this
have 5
already.
years of streaming under my belt as a non-female VTuber. Which
Pause. Wait, what?
I wanted to get to that
What?
part. She starts this by saying she has 5 years experience as not a female VTuber.
Mizu, is this person trans?
I don't fucking know.
Non-female. Mizu, am I a female?
Also, I would go
streamer?
down to her kind of content here and scroll down. They've been using this model since at least 2 years ago. So I don't know if they have their voice in here.
That's
Hello?
I don't know if I'm muted or not.
Oh yeah, no.
No. There's you now.
Rox, did you
I'm
get
in
us
with the pink squad.
That sounds female to me.
that sounds that
That
sounds
sounds
inherently
very
female.
female to me.
Listen, I know when people are using voice changers, that's female.
Yeah. And that's at least 2, almost 3 years ago. So your buff is not helping.
Oh, here's my issue. What were they even a streamer for 5 years, let alone a non-female VTuber for 5 years? All your content is at most 3 years old. Fuck you.
Yeah. I will say this too, right? Because some people are saying, well, what if she's trans? It kind of doesn't matter because she doesn't have a gender listed anywhere on any of her profiles. So when it comes to actual viewers, she has the female buff because it's looks female enough, sounds
Yeah.
female enough, has very clear like female aesthetics.
Yeah.
That's all the viewer
Yeah.
cares about. It doesn't matter if you have specifically told them if you're a female or not. There are people on one of my old channels for years assumed I was just a female with a deeper voice.
I mean, people.
And I
think
had
I'm
to
a female
regularly
with a deeper
explain to people
voice.
I was not.
Yeah.
means I didn't get to pull the lady card everyone likes to assume is the reason why female VTubers get success. And you might just want to stay till the end of the video because
What?
I'll be teaching you how you can market yourself as a male VTuber. Oh, and to Lulu Club members, you
I
know
wanna-
what to expect at the end of the video.
I want to like see the comments and have people say, "What? You know how I feel?" I'm a little confused right now.
Some people are saying maybe a past life, which is maybe true, but she's been doing this for like 2 years with no success. So I highly doubt the past life was particularly successful. And that's not like an inherent shot. A lot of people don't see any success with streaming. That's normal. That it kind of sucks, but that's just kind of the way the world works. But I'm also not sitting here making videos about how to help people become bigger.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing.
Really quick, thank you, Internet Zen. Not just an AI bro, but the fact Scarlet is also a detransitioner. The trans people hate them on sight. Take off the tiny hat, Mizu. You're not rage. And then thank you, Noir. Occo, just an idea for your card channel. Videos on how to identify the rarity of cards and other how-tos about TCGs. Because you said like how-to videos do good.
Listen, I will not do any videos other than drama-based videos for my TCG channel when I feel like it. When I don't feel like it, I won't make videos on it.
Actually, you know what's funny? You know how all of the how-to video fucking dynamic has been popular? How did Asmongold start his content?
Yeah, fair.
There you go.
Thank you, Sparky. Says my best videos are my board repair and soldering vids or Medicare stream snipes. But I also stream for fun. I know it works. I just don't want to. And then thank you, Internet Zen. Occo, you don't say gay. You sound like a woman, especially when getting shocked. Also, I've literally watched 2 different male VTubers gain thousands of subs for doing good React slappa and gaming. Heck is she on about? Also, chat, sorry, I will turn the volume up on her. I know some people are actually going to be upset about that.
Scalper Fight Reacts, if people send me the clips for it,
Keep in mind that I'll be generalizing throughout this
Do
entire...
you actually have a model that can't wink?
I can.
As
Just
a male
backtracking.
VTuber. Oh, and Delulu Club members, you know what to expect at the end of the video. Can't wait. Keep in mind that I'll be
Okay, she can. She's just struggling with the model, which is fine.
Yeah.
generalizing throughout this entire video. And it's not because someone has a specific gender that they will fit these generalizations to a T. Okay? We good? Let's get cooking. So where
I'm gonna
did this
cancel her
belief really
for
start? I know
generalizing.
you've heard it before. Female VTubers have an easier time growing because of certain assets they have. But that isn't actually the reason. To understand what's really going on, we need to go
yes, it
back to
is.
the basics of marketing. Having a niche. Often when people are talking
So, this is technically good advice, and I have actually given this advice to people
It
before
is.
that you are better to have a niche. However, your niche should not be gaming. There
No.
very rarely are there types of gaming that you can specifically pick up on that are going to be popular. For instance, there is a YouTuber I watch whose specific niche of gaming is rail shooters from the 80s and 90s. Their channel's kind of popular.
Okay,
But
well,
it's kind of popular
that's
because not many people
so
even know those
specific.
exist. You know?
Rail shooters.
Yeah.
I love that. Just like, so what do? I play real games from the 1980s. Fucking excuse me?
Yeah, they play rail shooters, which I guess, because you sounded kind of confused about that. Rail shooter is basically like the old arcade games where you had the physical gun and you would aim at the screen and shoot. And it was called a
Yeah.
rail shooter because it moved for you as if you were on a rail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of
Now, is he doing this in the old arcane hardware, or is he like, does he have an emulator?
it's a she, and she uses an emulator, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how she goes about it, but she's done all kinds of different ones. I actually really enjoy her content.
I didn't know Time Splitters was a real shooter.
I think the original was.
Okay.
But it's stuff like that. Like, that is such a hyper-specific niche that it is going to attract a
Yeah, for
specific
sure.
group of people. But if you're like, oh, well, like, Tarkov-like games, extraction shooters, those are popular, I'll do that. Okay, well, so is fucking everybody else. So good luck
Yeah.
finding any discoverability in that, because you're not just competing with a million other people, you're also competing with like 10 or 20 massive people. So it's,
Yeah, gaming saturated.
yeah, just,
I wouldn't do a gaming stream unless that's like what you do to hang out with your community, like your hardcore fans. Like, I do gaming streams and they do 15 to 30 CCV on average, and all my other stuff does way more. But You know, it's not for, I'm not doing content for gaming, you know.
I'm also gonna give like counterintuitive advice, sort of, but I'm telling you it's counterintuitive. Don't do React Slappa. It's okay to react to some stuff that you heavily dislike, or stuff that you have a lot that you could add to it. But if you're one of those people that are just like mindlessly watching videos and being like, oh, that's good.
If you're sniper wolfing Podface,
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically,
no.
those channels are successful. However, they kind of end up not having an identity. And is that really what you want out of streaming? Because a lot of those people that are doing that really easy content also constantly talk about being burnt out and depressed because they're not doing anything they actually enjoy.
Or getting struck down because they're doing a lot of React slop.
Or that too, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's technically counterintuitive because I'm telling you that does help you grow. Do you really want that to be your content?
No.
You're going to get like pigeonholed into that, and then you're not going to be able to swap to something else. You're going to be kind of forced to watch the new popular thing every single day and just pretend you give a shit about it.
Oh, thank God I don't do that. Listen, technically I do reaction-based content, but it's always with the spin of it being drama. And thank God that doesn't get boring for me.
Yeah.
It's really weird how drama, like a lot of people around me just like step away from drama or do other things. I'm exclusively drama and I have never gotten tired of it. It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah. It's valid if you have something to add because it's within your TISM spectrum, or because you're actively disagreeing with it, which is what I do on my AnyTuber audit streams, where our intentional point is to critique and tear it down.
Mm-hmm. Which is what makes it fun.
Wasn't the advice? What was the advice?
Fair use appropriately, and that's how you can guide your React content and whether or not it's good or not.
Teal Deer, because somebody missed it. The advice is just don't do React content. It is popular, but it will burn you out and you will not enjoy yourself. Anyways, continue.
Talking about choosing a niche, it's because they want you to narrow down what you will be specializing in. However, what's really happening when you pick a niche is that you're picking an audience, and that audience will determine who you are creating for. So rolling back to why female VTubers seem to do better has a lot more to do.
I have to point out that she keeps showing like HoloLive. Part of HoloLive's success is because they're in HoloLive. And I'm not saying that's a guaranteed success, because there are actually several HoloLive girls that have debuted and crashed and burned immediately. Because you still need a popularity bump. But HoloLive does give them a huge boost. And it helps them kind of skyrocket to the front.
Yeah.
Do with the audience that they
HoloLive
are
is basically
creating
like
for.
starting a Mario Kart race where you hit the fucking 3, 2, 1 perfect and you get that nitrous boost.
Yeah.
That's basically what a HoloLive is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And to clarify, just because somebody mentioned it, I'm not like shitting on any of the HoloLive girls. I'm just saying that some of them are only boosted because of the brand, and some of them are boosted because they're actually like talented. I would say
Like
Girl
Maury.
is boosted because to a degree she is a talented performer. Same with Amelia. Same with Maury. Maury more for the music than anything. But there are a couple of members who they really don't know what they're doing, and they just kind of were like, oh, well, I got the HoloLive boost, so I'll just play games now, and it just didn't work.
While yes, the way that you look can sway an audience, that isn't the full picture. So let's look at what's actually working in their favor. There's a few factors that women are doing that are helping their growth. The first is obviously their looks. Female VTuber models do.
I like how she says the looks don't matter, and then her first point is the looks. Like, you probably should have worked that out in scripting, because it just makes you look dumb.
Incredibly well amongst all audiences, but what I'm talking about is their designs. You may have noticed that female models are often more embellished, especially compared to their male counterparts. I often like to compare female and male models to
Men are simple.
Genshin Impact characters versus Halo characters.
Why? Genshin, I fucking hate Genshin so much. Oh, fuck this woman.
We see a lot of variety overall with women, while men tend to be more simple and classic.
So, this is something that she doesn't know because she didn't get a man model. The reality is, it is very difficult to find an artist who will do creative male models. In fact, there are a lot of VTuber artists who, when you say, I want a male model, they just say, okay, you're going to have to find somebody else. It is exceedingly common. And I would actually argue that this kind of goes to my point that when it comes to VTubers, the model is a huge thing. Because if you look at the most popular male VTubers, they're femboys that typically have very feminine models from artists that were willing to do a male model because it was quote unquote feminine.
Yeah. My brain
Which
just died there
means
for a second. My apologies.
The what?
My brain just died there for a moment. I apologize.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Men
I'm
often
tired.
have a harder time standing out, and without a clear aesthetic, it can be very difficult for somebody to give them a chance. Also, side note on my end, but have you ever noticed that male VTuber rigging is often very stiff? I'm not sure if it's because
so is a lot of
riggers
Hololive's
fear
rigging.
making male
See, this is the thing that gets me with her video, is she recognizes that something, because like with the model, you can make an argument, he asked for it to be that way. But with the rigging, most of us don't understand rigging, so we just sort of expect the rigger to, do rigger things. And she's like, have you noticed that riggers on male models are very stiff? It's like, yes.
Yes.
Have you maybe noticed that there is a endemic problem among artists that their male models are technically lower effort and have less put into them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Like, one of
Zahara
the-
says, the
one of the
rigging is not the
best
problem. I
models
can
I
tell
can
you for a
think of-
fact the rigging is the problem.
Yeah, the rigging's absolutely a problem because someone who actually spent some time on a male model, I mean, before he left V2 Takaharu's 2.0 model, stupid expressive. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that
And
some
it's
male
because- and yeah, it
VTubers
took a long
don't
time, but he.
puppet well, which is a thing.
Yeah,
However,
that's
there's
also
only so
true.
much you can puppet.
These filthy riggers are keeping my brothers down.
Yeah. If the
Oh my
model
God.
hasn't been like rigged to be expressive, you can't puppet it past like what the rigging allows. It's not like fucking Sword Art Online. You're not going to break the programming.
You die in the game, you die in real life.
And thank you for Counterman for the 5 gifted. Congratulations to everyone who got a gifted.
You get stiff in the game, you get stiff in real life, chat.
VTubers feel too expressive, or that male models are just not cut the same way. Either way, that's something that's also hurting men in the VTubing community. But
And we can't fix that. That's from the artist.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want the men to do. It's like go to their artist and say, hey, you didn't do good enough. Especially with rigging, because a lot of people aren't going to know what it's supposed to look like. Thank you, Noir. When I was thinking about becoming a PNG VTuber, my idea was for a noir detective, and over the new design became more eldritch. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
And then thank you, Internet Zen. Observation as VTuber watcher. React Slappa is filling for channel growth, but you need to build a core fan base that will follow you to do other things. Also, a lot of male models are and feel ancient. They do.
That's also true.
That's why I got lucky that I got the Shota model, because I found somebody that was willing to, have some fun with it.
But I actually
Good
don't
one.
know why that's so common. The second reason is that women are optimizing for their core audience. Remember when I
See, she says this, and I'm going to let her get back to it, but really quick, I just want to say, I think she is giving women way too much credit.
Yeah,
What does she
the
mean by
fuck?
optimizing for their audience? What does
You
that
will
mean?
see.
Oh boy.
told you about picking a niche? Well, female VTubers are doing that in more than one way, and sometimes accidentally. Let's start with what I consider common knowledge at this point.
That's not optimizing.
Yeah. They're optimizing themselves accidentally. It's like, okay.
Oh,
an
is that what
oxymoron.
you're doing, ma'am? Are
That's
you
like the term
accidentally doing
peacemaking
this?
Missile.
community, the
Because then this will
average
make
viewer
peace.
is male and between the ages of 18 and 34. And most of those viewers will favor watching a female VTuber. This is why
I like to point out that she's like, men aren't at an inherent disadvantage. However, 80% of the audience only wants to watch women.
You don't say. Almost like the only male VTubers I'll watch are friends that are also males.
Like, it's
Really?
You know,
she says
this is
that
why
and she
it's
like
really
doesn't realize it
important
just
to-
tanks her whole argument.
It's really important to like for these types of people to sit down and write your scripts all in one setting.
Yeah.
Because clearly you forgot what the fuck you said in the very beginning of the beginning.
So why
the
are male
video.
VTubers
Sorry.
failing? Well, reason one, they're not women. Oh, great. Yeah, I'll just go fix that
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I was told that's very easy to do.
male VTubers think they're at a disadvantage. But I will show you later how you could be using that to your advantage.
Yeah, I'm going to show you how 80% of the audience doesn't want to watch you is actually an advantage to you. Are you
I don't
stupid?
know how that's gonna work, but
I'm
okay.
gonna show you how to cope so hard.
So women are doing well because men are watching them. Great. But that's not the whole story. Female VTubers are optimizing what games they're playing
that's like
and
90%
where
of the
they are
story.
playing them.
So
What?
she points out, she says that they're optimizing what games they're playing and where they're playing them. I am convinced of this. No, they're not. Every female VTuber is doing the
No,
same
they're
thing
not.
that every Twitch streamer and every male VTuber is doing, is they're picking the most popular game and they're playing that. And trust
Yeah.
me, that doesn't actually help you grow. That whole bullshit about Burnt Peanut getting on Arc Raiders before everybody else blowing him up is bullshit, and we all know it. That is not actually how you grow.
No, exactly.
In fact, you
I
are
mean-
far more likely to grow picking a small no-name game that has, like, on Twitch, a sizable following of people watching it.
Yeah, I actually got a decent
Yeah.
audience playing Satisfactory before I switched over to playing Warframe.
Yeah.
And then I got a sizable audience playing Warframe, and then I switched over to Drama, and I blew up.
The other one is she
Oh.
says, and what platform they're playing it on. Everybody is streaming on Twitch, YouTube. Like, it's... Everybody's already streaming
Yeah, Twitch,
everywhere.
YouTube, and maybe Kick, but not really for gaming.
Yeah. Telling people, oh, well, you should stream multiple platforms. Yeah, well, everybody does that. So, who cares?
Apparently not, because more people
Read-
need to say it.
Do articles upon articles of social media marketing. I read that men and women do
I have to point this out, too. She says she read through articles and articles of social media marketing. Social media marketers suck. And I believe we actually talked about this a couple streams back. Or me and Ava did, specifically when it came to internet PR people. People
my
don't
God, yeah.
understand modern internet. And in fact, if you read enough actual marketing people, they will specifically tell you we have no idea what we're doing anymore. Because things that
Yeah, more
work
or
here
less.
just don't work in this other place. And sometimes stuff that worked last month isn't going to work next month. Like, it's just, the internet is, it's not really a Wild West anymore. It's actually a lot more controlled. But what becomes successful is sort of a Wild West. Like, marketers have no
Yeah.
idea how it works anymore.
Just look at Ludwig.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's like, I read through all these articles. Yeah, well, I can tell you for a fact, all those articles are just telling you, like, what they think at this point. They genuinely have no idea.
Yeah.
I will say too, when it comes to like collecting data for an analysis like this, I'm not looking at articles, I'm looking at case studies.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that people put together that's not a fucking article, it actually has data backing it and has like backing in educated industries, not just fucking some journalists talking out their ass, which this is what it feels like. That's what this video feels like. I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
You're just kind of saying words.
not consume their content in the same spaces. Women are more likely to watch VTubers on TikTok or YouTube, while men are more likely to watch them on Twitch or Kick or Blue Twitch. But it's not.
So I have to call out that she brings up Fansly. Because, again,
Is that what he...
her argument is there is not a
Really?
male debuff. You just, the women don't have any innate buff. And then she's like, oh, just, sex on Fansly, but
To just go to the Goon Stream site.
yeah.
I'd rather off myself than stream on TikTok. I did it for a while. Don't do it. You get banned for
Or are they
like,
talking about art? But
dumbest
it doesn't
things.
matter, even if they are. That's another Goon Stream site.
There's also another mistake she makes when she says males are more likely to go to Twitch and Kick, and then females are more likely to go to YouTube. There are more males watching on YouTube than females.
Yes.
So yes,
Oh, absolutely.
technically more females go to YouTube than females go to Twitch. However, the audience is still almost exclusively male. So the fact that there are more than average females doesn't actually mean that's a valid market to go for, and it's not going to be particularly successful. The only one I don't know 100% if it's mostly male or mostly female is TikTok. And I would actually believe that more women watch TikTok than men because of the watch patterns I have seen in women in my personal life compared to the men I've seen in my personal life.
Yeah.
However, me and Occo have talked about this before. TikTok is not a good website to stream on. It's not a good website to do anything on. You have to get millions upon millions of views to make as much money as you will from a 1,000 view YouTube video.
Yeah, the only reason why you go to TikTok is to convert people from TikTok over to YouTube. But I really don't want a lot of people from TikTok over on YouTube. I only had like 1 or 2 people come over from TikTok that were all right.
Yeah.
The rest of those people were very cringe and gay.
TikTok is a
Remember, everybody,
basically
the
worthless
DoorDash lady
platform.
Was on TikTok.
Sorry, what?
The DoorDash girl was on TikTok.
Yeah.
Most of the horrible things that you see that we cover on Autism originated on fucking TikTok.
True.
There's also the matter of if you are making content for TikTok, that's typically content you're not making anywhere else. Because when I'm doing stuff for YouTube, I can stream to YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Twitter all at the same time if I want. But if you're doing something for TikTok, you're kind of just stuck on TikTok. There is no like expanding out unless you pay for an editor to edit it for you. Like it just doesn't work that way.
Not just that. Women are looking for content creators that are creating vibes like cottagecore, fantasy, dark, and a lot of them watch IRL content, art, and cozy games. On the other side of the
And that's exactly why the women aren't watching the male VTubers. They specifically want to watch a IRL farm boy go out and like hoe some dirt, or they want to watch a guy on his bike talk about like how much he's thirsty for the women or some shit. They want thirst traps.
How the fuck did you get into my search history?
Yeah. Like, they want thirst traps, and that's not going to work for male VTubers. So this entire line of suggestioning you're doing is just stop being a VTuber, go be a thirst trap male streamer. That's not happening.
spectrum, men are searching for gaming and esports. You see what I'm getting at? Female VTubers are picking which platform they want to perform on while picking content their audience will enjoy, while male VTubers are following the VTuber trend of streaming on Twitch, when they could be choosing different options where they could be hitting their demographic easier. Is that making any sense? Awesome.
I actually don't believe this is true at all anyways. And again, this is something me and Occo have talked about a lot before. The issue with Twitch is not like all of this crap she's saying. The issue with Twitch is that it has zero discoverability. When you are a zero... So if you want to find somebody new on Twitch, the only way for you to really do it is go to a category and search from lowest to highest. But on bigger categories, as soon as you get a single viewer, your discoverability drops to zero. Literally, on Twitch, having one viewer is worse for your discoverability than having nobody watching your ass. And that is the actual problem with Twitch. That is the only form of discoverability they have, and it is garbage. And it's not because, like, oh, there's more males on Twitch. Oh, Twitch is more towards gaming. there's no discoverability. YouTube is better because people can catch your videos. Watching VODs isn't really a thing on Twitch. Your viewers will come by and watch your VODs when they miss your stream, but sitting down on Twitch just for VODs is not really a thing. So that's why it's better to stream to YouTube, because people can catch your videos and then they can discover you that way.
Yeah, also, YouTube's algorithm actually, like, I'll be scrolling and I'll randomly be suggested a VTuber with, like, 10 subscribers who's live and doing whatever, you know? I'm like, that doesn't happen on Twitch. You will never that kind of random algorithm discoverability that YouTube does occasionally give.
Yeah. And then just don't go to Twitch or TikTok. If you want to go to TikTok, that's fine, but every major creator has talked
It's really
about how
not,
like
but-
forcing themselves to make shorts all the time burns them the fuck out. They don't
I
like
stopped
it.
doing it for that reason.
Yeah.
It's really
Yep.
boring. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's boring. It's mindless. You literally have to cater to the lowest common denominator. It's not going to be anything like the rest of your content. Genuinely, nobody enjoys doing it. And you don't even make money from it, even if you get massively successful. So decide if that's really something that you think is important to you. Typically, a lot of large creators now just literally just have a guy do it for them and just take from their streams or their videos.
Yeah.
Because they literally hate doing it that much.
I mean, that's kind of what I eventually think I should do is just snip from some of my videos or streams and stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm like getting tired really quickly. My apologies.
We're almost
No,
done. This
you're
is the
good.
last thing we're
actually
doing
have to
tonight.
get going because Papa
Yeah.
Empire has to. Well, he's asleep, and so I have to be quiet. So I have to go.
All right, fine. We'll see you later, Ava.
Bye, bye, guys.
Say
Thank
bye
you
to
so
Ava
much for
chat.
having me.
Bye.
Bye, bye.
So with this information, how can male VTubers thrive? By reverse engineering how female VTubers find success.
Oh, just do what the women do, guys. Why didn't you try that?
But well, technically, I'm already doing it, so maybe she's right.
Yeah, I know it sounds complicated, but I got it all written down for you. So listen up. Let's start with finding your demographic. But I hear you. Hio, you just told me that most VTuber viewers are men and they want to watch women. Yes, I know, but that actually gives you two opportunities. The first road you could take is becoming a streamer for men.
Technically, I've done this.
I know, but I said on Twitter that this is literally a take that doesn't make sense to anybody with an IQ over room temperature. You're still saying you should appeal to men by being a female streamer. Yeah, well, that's not easy. That doesn't work.
Male viewers are often looking for interactivity, gaming, and sick energy. And
Yeah, they're looking for interactivity, gaming, and sick energy from a hot woman. You're leaving off the "from a hot woman" part.
Right.
while everyone is different, obviously, you could be picking stream games where the audience is most
These are terrible solutions, right? Like, yes, these games are popular. That also means that there's literally 2 billion people in the category fighting for viewership with you. Also, Valorant's falling off. I don't know why you're, like, sharing this. Like, Valorant's kind of... Riot right now is kind of dying in general, except for League of Legends.
Well, that's because it's League of Legends.
Yeah.
I lose all my viewers when I go to Marvel Rivals. Thank you, Sally.
So her solution to, like, the gaming thing is just play popular games, bro. Yeah, because nobody's fucking doing that. Yeah, definitely.
mostly men. Categories that ya boys are usually swatting in are first-person shooters, battle royales, anything competitive. Usually swatting in are first-person shooters, battle royale.
You know that's not a battle royale, right? It's not even remotely close. It's a hero shooter.
Do you think that she has the same editor as Rima does?
I don't know. How did you even make that mistake? Because if you would have stayed on Call of Duty, you might have had a point, because Call of Duty actually does have a battle royale mode. I forget it's called Warzone. Sorry, I forgot it for a second. Overwatch is a capture the flag hero shooter. Okay.
Anything competitive, and I think horror. And male viewers are typically on Twitch or Kick. Personally, as someone who has a 50% male audience, I found out that they love
Well, I wonder why you have a
nerding out.
50% male audience.
Yeah.
I wonder why, woman. I wonder what could it be that you have a big titty VTuber model?
I don't
know.
I'm
Like
not
the coat though.
Again, I'm not trying to be insulting, right? But I have to point out that you actually are a very small channel despite making this video. So your metrics are not particularly accurate.
Well, according to one of her thumbnails I saw, she makes like $2,000 a month, Mizu. What do you mean?
I don't 100% know if I believe that or not, especially with her
don't
older
either.
content.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I do either.
What I'm hearing from this is go to Billy and offer the boyfriend experience for women like the crazies at Niji. No, thank you.
Yeah, no thank you. You're not even allowed to multi-stream if you go over to Billy.
Thank you for the other one, Internet Zen. Says, when I went to college and was taking the courses regarding marketing, the marketing professor was hilariously out of touch when it came to the internet. Oh, everybody is. And I don't even think it's their fault. I think the internet's just become that confusing.
Yeah. Only the smart people will be able to survive.
Yeah. And then thank you, Start Now. She's condescending, is she not? Right, Mizu? What are you doing listening to this woman? You'd better listen to a manly man. It'd do you great. And then thank you, Winter. You should pick a niche and stick with it. You should avoid niche games and play the popular pick of the week. Yeah. She's kind of just like saying whatever.
Yeah.
And then thank you, Alpha Chad, for the 10. Says, I can say from my observations that a lot of male VTubers, not all, need to learn to yap more to keep the audience engaged. It's something women just do more naturally. I would half agree with you. So I agree that most male VTubers probably need to learn to speak more. However, and I said this very early on in a couple different VTubers' history, there are a lot of female VTubers that literally sit there in dead fucking silence for like 20 minutes. And they still have massive fans. Even some of the super popular ones, even some that I personally like, I can't watch their streams because they sit in silence for almost the whole thing.
Maury's a good example. Sometimes when I watch her play games, she does not talk for long periods of time.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I don't watch Maury stream. I just listen to some of her music. It's because I don't like her streams.
Yeah. There are a lot of people that do not actually yap nearly as much as people think they do. Because they only watch their edited content. If you actually sit down and watch their streams, they don't say shit.
Yeah.
If you cut down their like 4-hour streams to only parts when they are directly speaking, you cut it down to like 30 minutes.
About things that I also enjoy, like horror franchises or Marvel. So don't think that because you're a guy, you can't build a fun community. Because fun fact, most successful streamers on Twitch and Kick are men. The second row that you could...
Okay.
The mega streamers that are successful on Twitch and Kick have been mega streamers for the last 7 or 8 years.
Or
back when the internet was different. Yeah, or they were brought into it.
Like Clavicler, who literally spends millions of dollars to clip himself so that he can get into the algorithm, tricking the algorithm into thinking that he's popular because he's paying people to put shit tons of clips of him out there. So it serves it to billions of people, and millions of people are exposed to him in an inorganic way because he's paying for it. Yes, a lot of the streamers today that are popular are male, but let's not pretend that there's a reason why some of them are up there is inorganic or whatever.
Comparing any indie streamer to anyone that gets over 10,000 views, like 10,000 CCV regularly, is setting them up for failure. Because they are physically never going to be able to do what those people do. It's genuinely just not a possibility, and you shouldn't try to encourage them to emulate that because they just won't be able to. Their stuff works because they have a bunch of money to throw around to constantly produce content. So they only really need like one video to go viral a week, and they post like 70 videos a week.
Fun fact, most successful male streamers on Twitch are not VTubers. True.
Yeah.
Good take is becoming a streamer for women. A lot of male VTubers have chosen this route.
I can tell you for a fact this typically does not work as well as you think it does.
Yeah, female viewers are crazy.
And shine in very different ways. So I'll show you a few examples later, but let's get this out of the way first. If you want to create for women, your brand needs to appeal to that audience. But what does that mean? You have no idea how large my grin is right now. Knowing all the ladies that are watching this, they're about to give me a high five for taking one for the team. But stick with me here. Have you ever heard
nice
of
for
the
the
dating game
self-elation.
called Love in Deep Space? No? Good.
Oh,
We've literally all heard about it.
Oh, isn't that game? Are you even allowed to stream that game on Twitch and YouTube? I swear, there's like softcore porn in that game.
It's just
This woman
everybody
is gonna
knows
get
about
men
this
banned.
game, and everybody knows the girlies are crazy about that game. However, girlies being crazy about Love in Deep Space does not translate to girlies being crazy about guys. I would also point to this is her 200 IQ suggestion is to become a male whore. And I can tell you guys for a fact, most male VTubers do not want that life. Because if you think guys are creepy with how they talk to like fansly ethos, you have not seen what women will do to men. Because the reality is men still have some form of like barrier that we have been trained from an early age, that there are certain things you are not allowed to do to disrespect women. Women have never been taught any form of barrier with men. They have explicitly been told that males exist for them and for their enjoyment. They will treat you like utter garbage. Trust me, you do not want that life. I'm actively recommending you not sell your soul to that.
True.
Go look it up. I'll wait. Okay, yeah, so you get it, right? Most women love an aesthetic.
Also, yes, somebody says, wasn't there a female book convention where they essayed the guys? I don't know if it was a book convention. I know there was one for there was a convention that had a Love in Deep Space booth, and the women were like straight up just grabbing their junk constantly. And they were just kind of expected to sit there and take it.
Yeah.
And like you can make fun of like guys at like Anime Expo having like the cosplay chicks step on them. But there's something completely different about a cosplay chick willingly stepping on you for a bit and for a gag, even if you are into it, and you just running up and assuming, oh, I just get to like fondle her tits because she's here for me. And that's how the girls see it when they see these guys. Like, oh, he's here for me. I can do whatever I want to him.
Yep.
That's going to be your life if you pursue this this particular content type.
Not only is it your life, but they will act so jealous towards each other, they'll actually get upset at you if you don't choose one of them.
Yeah. You're putting yourself in a bad space. You don't want this life.
Mm-mm.
Thank you, Internet Zen. Sean Head's video on women approaching men was disturbingly enlightening. And yeah, there was an essay incident at a book talk convention. And thank you, Noir. Couldn't pull that off. I sound like I'm going to say for you to squeal like a pig. Also, yes, it was a romantasy convention. So apparently that was a book talk one.
That's terrifying.
And a vibe. A big thing you see with otome games are archetypes. FYI, otome games is what we call dating simulators for women. Okay, just so you know. And as a male
You pulled that shit from ChatGPT. You didn't know that.
VTuber, you could choose to be one of those archetypes. Not necessarily in personality, unless you wanted to, but definitely in looks. You see this a lot in the male VTuber sphere, and I'm about to give you a few examples. Shoto is a soft, easily flustered rogue. He allows his audience to draw him in soft situations, calling in female artists. He's also allowed people shipping him with his guy friends, attracting yaoi fans. Shia Bun, on the other hand, is a hunk that plays the sassy, promiscuous rabbit. He sings and focuses on funny and horror content, but due to his branding, he often attracts women.
Can you not show this kind of
and
imagery, woman? I feel like I'm being assaulted right now.
And we have Basil Wolf, a strong, stinky werewolf man that created his own world. He focuses on art and so does his community. His character is appealing to the female gaze, but he's funny and still.
I would also argue that some of these guys aren't nearly as successful as she thinks they are. Specifically because I do know Basil Wolf. I'm not saying not successful. Not like as a person. I mean, like I know who she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they're not successful. They're not like the level of success she seems to think like this is going to bring. Right?
Right.
This is like low mid-tier successful indie. This is not like, oh, you're gonna be huge just like the Hololive girls. You're gonna be the next Cinder. Like, no.
Cinder's an anomaly, man. Nobody's gonna be the next her.
Still brands himself authentically to who he is. You see, while all of these male VTubers branded themselves differently, they all succeeded in the fields they are in, and none of them branded themselves in a way that they lost who they really are, which is what I would hope.
Also have to point out some of these guys are directly adjacent to already large female creators. You,
yeah,
it needs to be said, right? Let me see if I can pop it up really quick. So just so chat knows, this is Basil Wolf. 55k Twitch followers and gets like, 3 to 6k views a video about. I'm not saying that's not successful. That's pretty solid, for Twitch and shit. But it's not like this, oh, you're just gonna, you're gonna be the himbo VTuber and you're just gonna fucking explode, bro. Well, you're not. It's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be different if she was just saying, this is, something you could try, like these are some guys that are seeing a little bit of success with it. She's making it sound like these are like the success, like this is the cream of the crop, and if it is, it's not very high compared to like where the girlies are at.
Yeah.
All male VTubers would.
Chat's also saying that he gets harassed a lot. I don't doubt that.
Oh my gosh.
Again, there's a couple reasons why you don't really appeal to women, and Chat's already mentioned a bunch of them. Women, despite spending an ass ton of money on Love and Deep Space, actually don't spend much money on creators. They're not big on merch. They're not really big on donations. They don't really send you money. So you're not doing it for the money. You're not doing it for the community because they treat you like shit. They treat you like you're their personal toy. They can do whatever they want with you. Like, what do you really want that audience?
Nope. That's why I do drama.
Do
believe
even
that.
Trying to appeal to a specific audience. Now let's get to the fun stuff. You'll want to brand yourself coherently. I don't think I need to say much here. I think you understand that branding is a balancing act between what you love and what your audience likes. If you're looking for tips on how to come up with a good design, here is what I would suggest. If you want to go the male audience route, I highly recommend looking up video games or movies specifically aimed towards men to create your VTuber design. If you want to appeal to women,
trust me, guys have already done that.
Doesn't work.
look up games like Genshin Impact or Love and Deep Space.
Don't look up Genshin Impact. I think a lot of people know this. When it comes to Genshin Impact, whenever they release a new male character, their actual monthly earnings, completely tank. Not even it goes down a little bit. No, the company's publicly stated monthly earnings tank into the dirt. Because nobody wants the male characters.
Yeah. Unless they're femboys.
Regardless which path you choose, I highly recommend going over a design with a character designer. They will be able to make something coherent for you, especially if you don't feel comfortable with coming up with something on your own. The next step, in my opinion, is
She
finding
specifically
an artist
mentioned
that
male
can
VTubers meant for
actually
Halo
bring your
models when they're not
character to
popular.
life. When
That's right, she did.
Yeah. She just. This is why I think Azahara said earlier, it kind of sounds like AI wrote this, because she keeps looping on herself.
Yeah.
I was looking for a VTuber artist, I specifically wanted somebody who could draw something androgynous. So find someone.
You're not androgynous.
No, you're a female.
Go back just an inch.
Finding an artist that can actually bring your character to life. When I was looking for a VTuber artist, I specifically wanted somebody who could draw something.
Look at those fucking thighs.
That's a woman right there.
Oh, they drew something androgynous. No, that's lady. I don't know who told you that was androgynous. Here's
Yeah, they lied.
here's the other problem, right? And the reality is androgynous typically leans female. Just almost exclusively. A lot of times if you see androgynous, somebody just kind of assumes female. It's very rare that anyone does an actual androgynous character that somebody's like, I don't really know if that's a male or a female. It's typically just woman that doesn't have noticeable breasts and maybe
Right.
short hair. Is the androgynous in the room with her?
Potentially.
And I guess that's why she thinks that she was quote unquote not streaming as a female VTuber, because she quote unquote looks androgynous. You don't look androgynous, and you sound very much like a female. Also, if you're going for androgynous, don't make everything pink. That doesn't... People can argue about this all they want, but certain colors have certain coding to them, because that's just kind of how we perceive them. If somebody is like very dark colors, typically they'll be perceived more masculine. If somebody uses any form of pink, they will just assume you're a female. Almost exclusively.
True.
There are a couple femboys that also use pink. And sometimes when I see their models, I'm like, you just kind of look like a girl. Which is fine. That's kind of, it's a model. It's part of the fun. But pink does not lend itself to masculine or androgynous in this case.
Thank you, Internet.
Internet Zen says androgynous, ma'am. Those are birthing hips. You are not androgynous.
No. Those are hips made for women to birth beautiful children.
Also from an earlier message, it says, also, we literally watched what the Chinese ladies did to Vox when he appealed to women in full-on boyfriend experience. Also, as Salvi pointed out, Shoto hated being shipped with Vox. Selling your soul isn't worth it. Thank you. Start Now says, yes, sex sells. We all knew that already. Woman, can you move on? We'd like some real advice now. And Sir Missile Monkey said, went to AX this year, past the Love and Deep Space booth. Briefly, and man, I just saw how utterly captured all those girls are and how long the female line was.
Yeah.
That's about where it
thank you
is.
for the raid.
Oh, somebody rated? Sorry.
Ryan did.
Oh, hey, Ryan. Thank you.
My wife did.
My wife.
My wife.
We're almost done, though. We're getting her
Thank God.
sick advice.
Androgynous. So find someone that can actually pull off pretty boys in their style, or someone that can draw mecha if that's what you're aiming for. And please, I beg, find a rigger that won't make you look stiff. And finally, I need you to stop getting lazy on your social media. I know being a creator is a lot, but no matter how good you look or how good at a game you are, nothing will halt your growth more than poor social media habits. I have a whole playlist for you to go through if you're interested on seeing how you can grow as a small creator online. But if you want a specific video on a specific topic, let
Small
me know in the
playlist. She has
comments.
3
And
other
if what's
videos.
stopping you from showing up consistently is you being forgetful, I'm Neurospicy myself. I get it. I have been using this tool called Bplan. Now, they're not
Neurospice?
sponsoring this video, but
They're not sponsoring the video, but I'm an ambassador.
What is Neurospice?
Where is that at?
She called herself Neurospice.
Fuck if I know. That's a new one
Okay.
for me.
Yeah, it must be a new gender.
I get it. I have been using this tool called Bplan. Now, they're not sponsoring this video, but I'm an ambassador and I use their app religiously. You can draft posts, schedule them out, and leave it. You can connect all your socials on one account for free, and Bplan shows you the best posting times for you. It has been my secret tool for posting 3 times
Probably
a day
for a paid
on
fee.
Twitter for months. And with a premium plan, you can have access to analytics. Yes.
Oh, you have to pay in order to see how well it's doing. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. I'd also point out that Twitter is not that difficult because she has her Twitter here. I kind of scrolled through a little bit of it already. It's not safe for work stuff. It's just like she seems to just like post 3 times a day, gets maybe like 200 views a tweet. I've already told people, I'm pretty sure I figured out how Twitter works. The reality is you just don't want to post more than twice an hour. Is typically how Twitter works. Twitter has certain boost metrics on you. It's once you reach a certain size, it kind of doesn't matter what you tweet about. As long as you're tweeting about something that your followers might find interesting, you don't really have to chase trends on Twitter. But it is helpful to go for them. But Twitter's discoverability is super weird. Don't try and play into the algo. You're probably not going to figure it out. Nobody has.
Right. And as soon as you do, they change it.
Yeah. They specifically do not want you to figure out the algo. But yeah, just tweet as much as you want on Twitter, just not more than twice an hour. Do 1 post, and until that post says 1 hour on last posted, do not make another one.
Mm-hmm.
Even for your Twitter. So you can skip the Twitter.
Was that on their page? Oh yeah, off guy. That went well. Also, that doesn't mean they're affiliated with Offkai chat. That typically just means that they're going to Offkai.
Twitter Premium, which is arguably even more expensive than Bplan. Again, this is not a sponsor, but I do think the scheduling tool will be really useful.
Not a sponsor,
Wait,
but
go
I'm
back.
an
For your
ambassador.
Twitter. So you can skip the Twitter Premium, which is arguably even more expensive than Bplan. Again,
If you are making a thing to post on Twitter, if this is actually what you're using this for, you want Twitter Premium, because Twitter Premium actually does boost your discoverability. So it's stupid for you to post for another app to help you have scheduled tweets when paying for Twitter is actually genuinely just factually better for your discoverability.
Yeah.
Also, don't you pay for Twitter anyways? Yeah, you've got a blue check. You pay for Twitter anyways.
and this is not a sponsor, but I do think the scheduling tool will be really useful for those who are busy and need
You know
to
what's
post
funny?
consistently.
You can schedule tweets on Twitter too.
Yeah. Well, now you have to like pay for Twitter Blue for it.
Still.
Hopefully now you understand that male VTubers are not at a disadvantage. It's a rumor
Yes, they
created
are,
by
you fucking bitch.
people who don't actually understand how to promote themselves. There are just as many female VTubers that are struggling to grow out there, simply because they haven't found their audience yet. But if you don't agree with me, feel free to drop your opinion in the comments.
Saying
not gonna do
other
that.
people are struggling so you're not at a disadvantage is stupid.
I agree.
That's not how that works.
I feel like she means well, but she's an idiot. Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'm not sure she does mean well, though. Specifically because of her channel. It seems like she has realized that this is something she can sneak in as to gain popularity because other VTubers have done it. Because somebody did reply under, because Occo had retweeted me on this, and they had basically said, I brought up that other VTubers had done this, and they're like, oh, I haven't heard of any other VTuber doing this. Look up any kind of mid-tier indie girl and see if she has anything about like a success camp, or just search her YouTube channel for the word advice. At some point in her history, she will have like fallen back on quote unquote giving advice on how to be successful, because it's an easy way to get viewers.
Yeah.
I mentioned one of the people was, you wouldn't think about it, but Alara was one of them, because she used to do a success camp.
She still tries to advertise that whenever she can, by the
Yeah.
way.
it's like an easy networking thing, and it's an easy way to make money off people who are specifically desperate. This is why the specific title I wanted to use was about self-help scams, because there's technically nothing wrong with somebody publishing a book about how to get successful in the business world. However, those books are not targeted towards actually helping people. They're targeted towards people that are desperate and looking for a way to become successful. It preys on people's insecurities and desperation. That's kind of what these videos do. That's why they get so many views. They're preying on people's desperation. People that are like, God, I've been streaming for years and I haven't found any success and I really wanted this to work out. There's this video that tells me it can help me. I'll go to that one. But then you go look at the rest of her content. She's never been successful. She didn't grow on her own. It's been years and she couldn't make it. So now she's doing this.
Very mean of you, Mizu.
I'm not trying to be mean, but she's trying like, I hate it when people are giving advice on how to be successful and they're not successful.
No, I agree.
I actually hate it
Thing.
both ways. I hate when people aren't successful and they're telling you they have the secret to success, but apparently they're just not using it. And I hate it when there's the mega successful people are just like, well, if you just do exactly what I do and spend billions of dollars, you're just going to be successful.
Yeah.
Like, oh, great. That's fantastic help. I'll get right on that. I'll just take out a loan of $1 billion.
Oh, excuse me. I will never make videos like this. I think one time I told people that I got 1,000 followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
But like outside of that, it's just like, I will never make these kinds of here's how you can grow. It's just like, no, I tell people all the time, like how I'm experimenting with things and growing with things. Hell, I'm having mild success with what I'm doing right now because my editor kind of knows what he's doing, and knowing what you're doing is kind of like half the battle on this kind of shit. So
Mizu sounding like an actual scorned woman in the big 2026. I genuinely don't like it. It feels predatory to me. I hate self-help shit. The only benefit she gets is that she's not selling it yet.
She's selling it with the view.
As soon as it becomes behind member streams or something like that, I'm going to get more annoyed with it. But I hate self-help shit because I feel like a lot of it is just predatory.
Or you can come debate me directly on my Twitch. And before you go, if you like this video,
Mizu, we should
please
debate
subscribe.
her. I want you to debate her, Mizu. Please do that. That would be funny.
I hate debate shit.
But you do so good at it. It would be funny.
Before we go, chat, because that was all of her video. Everything else is just her post-amble, or whatever I want to call it. Thank you, Noir. Cat Blanchette in Constantine is this person isn't. Don't 100% know what you mean. Thank you, Book of Bananas. She is saying nothing new. I feel I've seen this video a million times. Nothing like most women. They all say the same thing. Your personality is why we stay. I guarantee you, I could go to Grok and I could ask, hey, Grok, how do I grow my YouTube channel? And it's going to give me this exact same answer.
Yeah. Thank God you weren't showing your screen.
There's nothing not safe for work on there. Grok won't let me. I've tried.
Yeah, but I saw what you just showed.
I don't even know why it actually has that up anymore.
Lamau.
Thank you, Dragon Mage. Appealing to the women is that manner will probably catch you an allegation at some point. Oh, 100%.
Holy shit, the first thing that Grok lists is something that she mentioned in her video.
Yeah, I opened up Grok. I said, hey, Grok, how can I grow a YouTube channel? 1, pick a clear and narrow niche and stick to it. YouTube's algorithm learns who your content is for, broad channels, lifestyle, vlogs. Number 2, master packaging, titles and thumbnails, click-through rate. Hook hard and
That's
keep
something she hasn't
retention
mentioned,
high.
by the way. She never mentioned like how to actually make a video and craft a video's
Use
like
shorts.
stuff.
Well, that's something she didn't mention. Consistency. This is something anybody that actually knows that luck is ultimately what determines if you get big or not will tell you. The most important thing to do is hit start stream and just have some consistency, right? Even if it's just, 2 or 3 days a week, pick that day and be like, on this day, I will always go live at the exact same time. That is very
Yeah.
important. Yeah, no, it's mostly the same stuff, probably even better stuff, honestly.
Yeah, I would say that Grok is doing a better job at educating me right now.
Yeah, because it mentions thumbnails, retention rate, shorts discovery, consistency, SEO.
Now, I would ask it to like expand on each of these individual points, but it's
Yeah.
giving a good like thing here.
Like this one at the very end. Start simple this week. Define your one sentence channel promise. Research 5 to 10 video ideas with real search demand. Film one strong long form content and use it to make 2 to 3 shorts. Spend real time on the thumbnail and title, and then upload a schedule that you can keep to. Nothing about Fansly. You know, Grok didn't bring up Fansly. I did specifically say YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sparky's Tech Corner. You're not disadvantaged, you just need to be a woman. That's actually a lot of her stuff in this video is, well, you could be a woman. Like, obviously that's not going to happen.
Apologies.
And then the last one here, Becoming a Technical Leader by Gerald M. Weinberg. Also, thank you, Counterman, for the 5 gifted memberships a minute ago. Congratulations to everyone who got one.
Woo! Appreciate it, chat.
But chat, that is all we had for tonight. I did really want to touch on that because I don't know why, but her her video just really got under my skin when I watched it. I'm like, this is so dumb.
It's dumb because it's just like it doesn't work.
Yeah. And some of the
And
stuff that
contradicting
most people are
yourself.
already doing, or if you just searched like, how can I be a successful streamer? It's the first shit that's going to pop up in every Google search.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. She needed to talk about it. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. And it ain't done being talked about till she does.
And it's just like again, it annoys me that she's just not successful on her own. Like, she's not independently successful yet. But she's being successful, telling people how to be successful.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's that is kind of annoying. Technically, she could say, "Well, I'm showing you what success looks like, so that we could grow together."
You know what, Occo? She might actually be making $2,000 a month because she sells has-been hotel merch.
Oh, so she's an artist.
Oh,
she makes acrylic keychains. Okay.
She sells acrylic keychains for $11 a pop. Her has-been
horrible.
hotel, which is ridiculously popular. That is currently the only thing on her page, though.
That's not bad. All right, if that's the case, then I'll admit that she
There's a
she might
possibility.
be- Yeah.
She has a Ko-fi 5-year anniversary goal. Currently, 83% of her $2,500 goal is done.
Maybe she is.
She does skeb commissions.
Oh, okay. So I can tell you then why she's popular. She's an artist. That's it.
Yeah.
That's her niche. She's an artist.
Never heard of her before.
Yeah.
In her 5 years on Ko-fi, she has received 2,993 Ko-fis. Which admittedly can be as low as $1. Might be able to go lower than that, but I don't remember.
I believe so.
Because she had all her stuff linked here. TikTok's probably going to give me a brain aneurysm. 10K followers on TikTok. Yep, no, it's about the same
TikTok
thing.
views?
Her old TikToks are in the 1,000 to 5,000, and then her new stuff from these new contents are in the 35,000.
Yeah, in terms of TikTok viewership, that's very low.
Yeah, she sits around 1,000 on TikTok. Brother, I think I get 1,000 on TikTok, and I uploaded like 3 videos. Like, total. She did a video on zoocosis. Oh, she dips hard. Like if you search by popular, it starts at like huge and then it's just dead.
Yeah.
I still want to know what non-female VTuber she's referring to.
If she answers me or you, we got to figure that out.
I really didn't want to like try and numbers fiend her, but I have to, right? When somebody's like, "Oh, be successful like me," but you're not successful. I'm more successful than you, and I don't even think I'm successful. My guess is envy. That's a possibility.
I'd say that you and I, we do good. We do good enough.
Yeah, and I've said it before. I actually don't care if I do kind of any too much better than where I am now, because I like my people and my people like me. Check the comments. I can do like a quick once over on her comments, not going too deep into it.
Yeah, we gotta be done soon.
I know. Just give me like 5 seconds. Do you not have your YouTube linked on this?
She doesn't. I looked this up earlier. She does not link her YouTube.
What? Why?
You have to go to her Twitch in order to get it.
Male VTubers are not
It's just bizarre.
She just hasn't updated her link.
Top comment, there's a lot of stiffness in many male models simply because rigging is a difficult skill to learn, that a lot of riggers don't take time to practice different body shapes. Losing access to the typical hourglass figure leaves a lot of them unsure what to do with the waist in general, and it ends up stiff. There are also a lot fewer riggers that take on male models in general for the same reason. The ones that do it well tend to be expensive. While I'm not sure my new design is exactly ultimate game standard, I'm really happy I worked with a designer who I knew draws hot men because I'm in love with it. So yes, I've recently started researching what was on the market for male VTubers, and while there are many artists with different styles for male art, riggers are lacking in the knowledge. I would definitely love to see more people opt to work on their skills in that department. So this, like, she acknowledges it, but the problem is that's literally a male debuff. Is the actual people selling to us genuinely don't care to get our shit right.
Yeah.
Or it's ridiculously expensive. Another thing I've noticed is a lot of the successful males don't really have human VTubers. That is actually not true. Most of the successful males have explicitly very human VTubers with maybe Nekomimi like traits, like ears or a tail or something.
Yeah.
First comment from 4 days ago, so I know this wasn't one of us. I have 5 years of streaming under my belt as a non-female VTuber. I'm not sure if or when you've ever changed your identification, as this is the first content of yours I've ever encountered, but if you spent the whole 5 years using the voice you're using now and using the avatar you're using now, any given male who first saw you would have thought that you were female, which is tantamount to being one for the purposes of public presentation. Remember, it's not how you identify, it's how the audience sees you, and your presentation is female. That also means that you did in fact have the female buff. Again, assuming that you didn't radically change your presentation at some point in the past 5 years. I went back and looked at the oldest videos on this channel, which are from 2 and 3 years ago, and your voice and presentation appear the same. She replies, "Oh, I do want to add you're correct. If I had one advantage, I started VTubing in 2021 when I had a faceless art account. So my starting point was a bit easier because I was known by my past life. As the years changed, so did I, and most of that crowd is gone now, but it did help me get that early affiliate on Twitch." That doesn't actually respond to what he's saying.
No, it's not.
So her argument is that 5 years ago she was faceless, and she didn't become a VTuber till 2 years ago. Or sorry, 3 years ago.
She does add another comment down below there. She's part of the queer community,
Yes.
and her models have been androgyne. Okay.
To clarify this for y'all, I am genderless and part of the queer community.
No, you're not.
Which means I don't benefit from the assets or expectations people get from looking for female VTubers, which was shown in my numbers, seeing as I attract women and men equally. I offer the best friend experience, specifically, so basically what I'm saying is my voice may be feminine, but that's never been a you have an advantage. Does that make sense?
Yes, you do have an advantage. What?
And somebody replies to her,
I'm tired, Mizu.
the voice itself sets an expectation from first impression, whether they stay is another thing.
I'm tired, man.
What's funny is the guy already addressed that. You look and sound female, so it doesn't matter what you consider yourself, you look and sound female, so the audience just assumes you're female. I think what's funny is the people that are agreeing with her have like one sentence agrees, and the people that are disagreeing with her have like these big essays and actually have a lot of likes on them. Like there's this huge one I'm not reading all of, but it has 44 likes on it, which is actually some of the highest on her channel right now. I think the discussion may still be missing. The point, though, is that it hand waves the disadvantage male VTubers have as untrue. It is very real and for very good reason. It takes a different skill set for a guy to appeal to an 80% male demographic than a girl to appeal to that same 80% male demographic. You'd be surprised, even beyond attraction, how many people watch female VTubers for a sort of experience along the lines of, it's like when I used to watch my little sister play my favorite games. Not specifically about a level of naughty fantasy, but a specific memory or vibe. There's somebody that says, I always love the advice from you so much. They have fucking 5 videos on this. Yeah, anybody that's agreeing with her has 0 or 1 like, and she is the like. Everybody disagreeing with her has like, minimum like 50 likes.
Yeah. That's got to make her seethe so much.
Yeah, like nobody is actually agreeing with her. I like this person. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how I feel about this video because of a lot of biases. I know you've said you're gender fluid, but you've got to understand men are very simple. So they hear female voice, even though you're gender fluid, they're going to assume you're female. Very true. But yeah, no, that's how all of that went. The comments are not necessarily on her side. Mostly because this is kind of a very touchy subject most of the time. And it's touchy for a good reason, because a lot of women just actively dismiss it as ever existing, whereas every guy is like, I have literally experienced this every day. But chat,
yeah,
we will send you guys to the Almighty Lolly, because the people do love the Almighty Lolly.
Yeah, I apologize. Near the end, chat, I'm fading. I'm typically asleep around 1:30, because now I get up earlier. So I apologize, chat.
Night, chat. We'll see you guys later. Hope you all have a good one. Peace out.
Good night, chat.